Men's room performance. Here's what you missed.
Interesting wartime black markets. Sugar. Who's got the sugars? The black market. It was the first product to be rationed during the war in the U.S. and Canada as well.
No, good. Good. Yes.
Interesting phrase.
It's a diabetes show.
It's right there, man.
Roll with it.
I see what you did.
Roll with it.
The first guy is a complete psycho and terrible because his kids are in there. But I'm just assuming there was enough time for them to be like, oh, he's actually starting it and getting out of there. Mm-hmm. So that seems like, to me, there's a little more wiggle room as opposed to like, I'm just sitting in this house with 17 other people. We have no idea that there's a fire outside and it could be getting to us.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
And smoke inhalation, like, yeah. I also think, I'm saying that guy sucks the least, the first guy. But even if his wife and kids weren't in there, like, why destroy the house?
Because I'm drunk and I have an excavator.
Exactly. Well,
I mean, honestly, like that. Anyone levels threats when they're hammered and they're angry, but it's like you're not going to do the thing you said. Either it's physically impossible, we've all been there, or you don't have the means to do it. But if dude's hammered and there's an excavator outside, and the fact that the wife said our marriage is done tells me she already knows how he is.
Oh, yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
This isn't a random incident.
Yeah, this is not the first time it's
like some guy randomly got drunk. Like, you do this all the time.
All the time.
Tell you guys, I can't take my dog to the park anymore because the ducks keep trying to bite him.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
He's purebred.
Yep, all right.
What word is always spelled incorrectly in the dictionary? What word is always spelled incorrectly in the dictionary?
Incorrectly.
Incorrectly. Do you think monsters are good at math? Monsters?
I don't know.
Well, no, but unless you count Dracula. What do you call that annoying waiter that keeps topping off your coffee?
I don't know. What?
Phil.
Okay.
Yesterday, a clown held a door open for me.
All right.
It was a nice gesture. And finally, my pet salmon called Ella died today of food poisoning.
She have salmonella?
Fellas, what you...
It's so stupid.
I know. I mean, it is kind of funny. They get along very well. They're like, sometimes when you see pictures, like, you guys could be.
They could be.
And there's some other deeper connection, right? Like,
they're Matthew McConaughey's mother basically flat out told him that.
Yeah, she's the one who started
Woody Harrelson's dad.
Yeah, she's the one that kind of started it all by being very abrupt and upfront about it. Hey, see your friend there? I have this father. You might be related.
well, they should have called
He
it.
has a mole on his penis.
They should have called it Cheers to Dad. But it's called Brothers.
Yeah, but as the mom, you'd think she would know if she gave birth.
About to say, like, it doesn't quite work in that direction.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Okay, she effed Woody Harrelson's dad.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson's dad's not going to spit out Woody Harrelson at that point.
Right.
She knows if she gave birth to Woody Harrelson.
It might have been the reverse. It might have been Woody Harrelson's dad.
But why would she know? There's people that are like, hey, man, I need a paternity test because I slept with 400 different people, in this month. Now I'm pregnant. I just don't know that. So she might be saying, like, look, I slept with the dad. I don't know.
She's saying that her husband slept with Woody Harrelson's mother.
Okay.
Oh,
that's what.
Okay.
Good call. Right. Somebody, right. You'd have to know.
Doing guy math in here. Guy math for dumb people.
So I take the 2 pieces of salmon and kind of flip them under my arms, and they land in the pans. And there's a psst. Came on, the ticket machine's going on, and Glenn saunters over to me and says, hey, Steve, we were told that when you lay stuff down in hot grease, if you do it slowly from front to back, it minimizes the splash. And I said, and I can see Jamie's face is just like, oh, boy. So I set down my knives while the ticket machine's going crazy, and I looked at Glenn, and I said, did you go to the class that says if you ever interrupt me during a rush and tell me some bull ass like that means nothing, that I will stab you in the chest with my chef's knife? He's like, no. So that's the most important class you should take.
Oh, man.
He said, stand back, shut the F up. So we worked with him for a little while longer. He went on and did his own thing. So now fast forward. Now I'm working in radio. Me and my wife go to visit our friend Dizzle, who lived in this place called Ellicott City. And Ellicott City has this, it's kind of like Edmonds, right? It has this cute little walk, their downtown kind of thing.
Super old.
And,
I like Ellicott City.
Yeah, and it was a cool spot. But
Floods every year.
Really good bars, really good restaurants, but it was still, it never went crazy, right?
Yeah.
So.
Get your 10,000 every day.
How many did you get a day now?
10,000.
10,000.
Do you just stop at 10? Like, I'm good? Or?
There are certain days where, I think yesterday I got like 12.
That's what I mean, right?
There's a lot of days where it's like, crap, I got another 3,000 that I got to go.
But you get it done. Right?
But I do.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to cap off the night. The lady and I will go walk down, we'll see who's in the bar and whatnot, maybe accidentally make our way inside, and then just have a good old stroll.
You know, my wife keeps saying she wants to walk more. Summer's coming up. This will be the time.
Walk to the bar, bro.
That is our decision. It's there's enough hills and it's a good distance.
Yeah.
And she's like, you just want to walk to the bar to go to the bar. I said, yes. Yeah. What do you think? I'm stupid? But here's the thing. After I drink a couple beers, I take down a couple shots. You inevitably get Jello shots. When we walk back home, you burn some of that off.
Yeah.
There you go.
I do that urban walk all the time.
Yeah.
I'll do South Lake Union. It's about 7 miles.
Right.
It takes me over an hour.
Yeah.
Right? And then when I go by the PI, I'm like, I'm going in right now for a beer and lunch.
Damn
Absolutely.
right.
You've earned it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a goal.
Exactly.
The goal is fish and chips.
Thank you.
I'm just going to walk around this lake first before I get
Thank
there.
The wife used to give me grief about that. We can just walk. We don't. Why do we always have to have somewhere to go? You always have to go to a bar or a restaurant. It's like,
Yes.
I like the goal. I'm going to go there. I don't
Right.
care how far away it is.
Because
I'll
now
walk
it's
there.
motivation.
Right.
Do it.
Would you wish my son Frank and Beans a happy 22nd birthday? He's been listening to you guys for so long. You once gave an andro penis for his 10th birthday. So maybe have the captain tell about going camping with the other mascots. Thank you. That from the old man and Jill.
Ooh, well, ahoy there. Yeah, me and the mascots do our annual camping trip, but we all agreed that this year Count Chocula can't go with us anymore. You see, he's a vampire, so he sleeps all day. Then when the rest of us mascots are trying to sleep, he's making a bunch of noise sucking. And he's not sucking blood, if you know what the old Capitan means. Crunchback.
We go to North Carolina, where a pup has been given a second chance at life. Officers arrived at a local home to perform a welfare check on a resident that hadn't been heard from in a while. There's a reason. They broke in and found that the resident had passed, but they were not alone. Inside the house was also their 3 dogs who were in poor condition. One Cocker Spaniel seemed to be in the worst condition, having been found inside of a closed closet showing clear signs of neglect, likely for years.
Jesus.
They took him to a vet. The thing had a cone on there from a previous procedure. And there was so much, that's why it was so puffed up like that. And there's so much matted hair all over the place, right? So they lovingly named him Mr. Pickles, and they took him to a vet. They began the process of removing all that matted fur from his body.
Like Mr. Pick, F you.
Pick.
I lived in a closet for 5 years. Your name is Mr. Pickles?
After 5 hours, the doctors removed 12 pounds of fur from Mr. Pickles.
I thought it couldn't get any worse.
As well as performed a couple of procedures to bring him back to good health.
Now I'm Mr. Pickles?
They should have named him Liberace.
Now that he's recovering, they're
He's
beginning
living in a
efforts.
closet.
I don't think Liberace was in the closet, brother.
Oh, Jesus.
He was out front, you know what I mean?
I'm going to let you sit on that one, Ted. I'm going to let you just marinate with that.
We were walking down the street. I did not hear this guy say my name. And my, then girlfriend, now wife's like, hey, there's a chef standing in front of his restaurant. He just said your name. So I walked back there. It is this dude, Glenn, right? I've not seen him like 3 or 4 years. And we're happy to see each other, you know, but I was never nice to him. But I was just like, bro, and keep in mind, his goal was always to open his own restaurant. That's all he wanted to do. And now he had a spot. And again, this place, Ellicott City, that's a great place. Open your own restaurant, maybe seats 20 people. But he had it, and he's standing up front, has his clipboard, and I'm looking at his specials, and it's all the stuff he wanted to do as a culinary guy. And I was like, dude, congratulations. He goes, hey, I just wanted to say the best thing that happened to me was working with you. I'm like,
Nice.
Are you being serious? He goes, look, dude, you're just a hard ass, but to understand what the process is to get it done. And he's like, no, you know, I'm mean to my guys. I'm like, no, that's
Just like you.
Yeah, I'm like,
you know what I mean? He's like you, Dad.
watching you.
and I was like, no, I was mean to you because you were annoying. I'm like, don't just be mean to the guys. He's like, okay.
And now, the men's room legacy continues. Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4543. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. And you are the Men's Room. On tap today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has fancy food words on menus that don't mean squat. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, a Men's Room shot of the day, funable listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Clack, clack.
All right, here we go to West Virginia, where a copperhead snake was found in a donated bag of food. Meanwhile,
They found food in a donated bag of snakes.
Could be. Meanwhile, the feds find a tunnel to Mexico, and if you like cocaine, you might be screwed. Patient smoking while on oxygen catches on fire. A woman who slipped on mashed potatoes says her situation is dire. And today's rescued animal is a coyote stuck in 4 feet of mud. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us, we spin the category wheel. There it is.
Yeah, long week, dude.
Sorry, if I just drag out the L,
Yeah.
you do it on time.
Yeah, that still counts, right?
It still counts.
Still counts.
Yes, indeed. So we will spin the category wheel, and then we'll ask you a question from that category. Now, here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right, because as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy is the lovely and talented Robert, who thought premium gas was what happens when you ate expensive chili, and found a way to answer 12 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Well, of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration.
To be a contestant and play Big Dummy, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock. The incident. According to Sound Transit, emergency responders worked to remove the vehicle. Now, the agency initially did not provide an estimated timeline for restoring the service. It announced that normal service had been resumed on both the number 1 line and the number 2 line at 10:30.
So 4 hours later.
That is correct. The fire department said crews responded to reports of a vehicle on the northbound light rail tracks. And when firefighters arrived, the driver had already exited the vehicle. Now, she is a 70-year-old woman and in stable condition. They did transport her to the Cherry Hill Swedish hospital just to give her an evaluation.
Sure.
She was not intoxicated, but they said she was rather confused, obviously.
Yeah.
She explained she was following her GPS, which led her to driving on the tracks. While being interviewed, the woman took an extended period of time to answer questions and was very confused during the entire process.
Okay.
I think we understand what's going on.
Sure.
During the disruption, trains continued to operate between Linwood City Center Station and Stadium Station, but that one line going that direction was closed down until 10:30, until they could get the vehicle off of the tracks, which required a forklift type vehicle.
Yeah, to get it, you got to lift the thing off.
But it was also equipped to drive on those tracks.
Yeah.
Who knows where that thing was and how much time it took for that to reach its destination? In other words, did they put that on the back of like a flatbed?
Right. I don't know. I have no idea.
And like take it down there and get it off there.
Probably in the train yard.
I mean, look, the lady's 70 years old. She said, well, there's that. If you go through all the stories of people following their GPS to peril and stupid stuff, her age, look, maybe her age has something to do with this case, but there's very capable drivers out there, 20s, 30s, 40s, still do the same thing. There was a guy on Pacific Coast Highway, drove basically off of a cliff. His car plunged like 200 feet. Following it's a 2-lane highway. So if the GPS said turn left or right, like, use your eyes. There's
Washington.
a cliff on one side, there's a mountain on the other. There's an Amazon truck that got stuck in some massive lake because the Amazon driver, not knowing the area, used GPS. But at no point did he say, that's a lake in front of me. But GPS said go straight. So he went straight. It's like, buddy, it's still a lake.
Do you remember the Washington couple with their kids? They were down in Oregon, and it started snowing, and GPS took them on a Forest Service road.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they got stuck out there. I can't remember what the timeline was. I believe everything ended up being okay.
But they were there for a hot minute.
Yep, they were. And you know this. If you are going someplace where you know where you're going, and for some reason you have your GPS plugged in, just in case maybe there's traffic or whatever, you can see the GPS taking you away at times. You would never even think about going because it's just, that's a pain in the ass. There's no reason I need to circle the block here.
Look, again, GPS, it is what it is, but you still have to use your eyeballs, man. So it's one thing. Look, the Forest Service
But
road,
you're trusting the information it's giving you.
to a point. The people that got stuck on the Forest Service road, I get it, because when you look down at your GPS, it's showing you a road. So you start to follow it. Again, when there's a lake or a cliff or train tracks, be comfortable the GPS did not get this one right.
Yeah.
That's all. That's like you're still driving your car. I am looking at a brick wall and saying turn left here. I'm just not going to do it. Like reroute as GPS likes to say. I'm not going to drive into the wall.
Yep.
I'm not going to drive into a lake because GPS said drive into a lake. Just saying, at some point you have to make a human decision. Like this is, look, there's a reason you can have like the car with the assisted driving and all that, but they still want your hands on the wheel. Because at some point, human is going to do a better job than it is, right?
Yeah.
And just as a general thing, this is my general position on things. Things that don't have mortality or fear of their own death are not where I go for advice where my health might be on the line.
Yep.
Right? I mean, just, you can talk to anyone about anything, but they understand that nobody wants to die. So most of the time, their advice will not lead you that way. But any machine or anything like that, like it does not know what mortality is. So if it says drive off of a cliff, it really doesn't mean anything to it.
Yeah. Now, we're going to talk about advice today. Whether it's good advice or bad advice, there's all kinds of advice that you get in life. You get advice from your parents when you're growing up. It is oftentimes that goes in one ear and out the other because you haven't gotten to that point in life to be able to fully grasp and understand what they're talking about until you cross that line, until you cross that road.
I mean, that's what it is with kids.
Yeah, and you know, whether you're receiving that advice or giving it in a parental way, you know, just know they're listening, but they might not get it all the way.
Sure.
Until they reach that point. But then you get great advice or bad advice from people that you work with, you know, as far as your career, teachers, your professors, your guidance counselors.
Yeah, everybody.
Your friends. And you have to determine, is this advice, you know, are you going to take it or not? Do you believe in what they say? Because oftentimes the stuff that I tell my kids is based on just experiences that I've been through in life. Some are just general things.
Sure.
Like at the time when I was driving with my daughter, who's in town, by the way, and supposed to hang out with her tonight. We were driving somewhere, and I was in the passenger seat of her car.
All right.
And the guy in front of us Clearly could have made it through the light. Light turns yellow. He jams on the brakes. She slams on her brakes. Does not hit the car in front of us. But out from beneath the seat rolls a Coca-Cola bottle.
Right.
All right. Filled with clear liquid. All right. And I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, I open it up. I smell it. I take a swig of it. It's vodka.
Did you keep drinking it?
I took a swig of it just to make sure because I smelled it and I was like, what is this, tequila or vodka? I took a drink. I was like, it's vodka. And I was like, dude. And she's like, it's my friend's. And I'm like,
Sure.
I'm like, all right, look. So roll down the window and I pour the entire bottle out. And I'm just like, this is kind of pisses me off because I don't want to waste alcohol either. I just have to do this as a parent. And I'm like, look, honey, you can be a debaucherist. You can do things that I don't need to know about. But when you do these things, the one thing you can't do is be stupid.
That's it.
You can't be stupid. If you're going to do this, this needs to be in a Sprite bottle. It needs to be in a, I don't know, ginger ale bottle, water bottle, you name it. Coke is not clear. This is the stupidest thing. Please don't be stupid. You can be a debaucherist, but in life,
Don't be stupid.
Don't be dumb about it. And like, those are the moments where, hopefully that advice is like, look, I know what you're up to. Just be smarter about it. Than what you're doing.
I think that's the best advice. Like, you can get mad, and you were mad, but you can't prevent people from being who they're going to be. That much I can accept. But if you got to be this way, at least be smart. What do we say, man? You're transporting, 75 pounds of heroin in the trunk of the car. My advice, follow all the traffic rules. Do not speed. Check to make sure your taillights work. Like, do not give anyone any. I'd rather you not be a drug mule. But if you have to be a drug mule, can you be smart about it?
Right.
That's all.
Yeah. Well, I would say, too, advice from your friends. You got to think of who the friend is.
Who's the friend and what is their position? One thing I've learned in my life, and I truly believe this, do not take legal advice from someone who's not a lawyer.
People can
Don't
give you a
follow
suggestion,
it.
but you still need to get a lawyer.
You can listen to their suggestion, but get a freaking lawyer. Just don't buy that, man. Hey, man, I'll tell you right now, the Constitution says it doesn't. It does not say that. Don't believe that. And don't say that to a cop.
Yeah.
If you ask the hooker, she has to tell you. If you ask an undercover cop, it's like that is not true. It was never true.
But how long did you believe that? Because growing up, that's what everyone told. Dude, if a cop's undercover, all you got to do is ask him by law. He has to tell you. First of all, the law doesn't matter. People do what the hell they do. Two, no, they don't. You wouldn't be undercover if you're like, I'm busted.
Yep.
I mean, think about every cop's been undercover, some drug gang for 2 years. And finally, like, are you a cop? Yeah. I mean, come on, man.
And a personal thing, too. Not everybody in their 40s, it's a white dude at an EDM festival's an undercover.
Oh, is that what you get all the time?
Now, it's kind of like a thing. People are like, undercover. It's like, no, I'm just not wearing a crazy outfit.
Right.
I'm not undercover.
Look at my pupils, my guy.
I'm covered.
It almost ruins your ability to have fun. When everyone assumes that you're the...
Rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Oh, Patrols, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,543. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. The head chef is back. Ted's Bean and Potatoes. Going to the menu for some food terms that only menus do.
Correct.
When they want to charge you extra for normal crap, they come up with clever names.
Yeah.
And I will not give any of them away, but it used to even bug me when I first started working in restaurants. I'm new to the whole thing, and you'd ask the chef, because they kind of hand you the menu first so you can see what they serve, and I'm like, what is so-and-so? He's like, dude, it's jelly. I'm like, what are these? Those are green beans. These are just French fries. But, and he even said it, and this proves to be true anywhere you go, if we give it the fancy name, we can charge you more.
Correct. Look, this isn't on the list. It happened to me in Vegas and years ago. We were at a very nice steakhouse. The waiter's like, here's your rolls. We have butter and English butter. We have butter. You're like, all right. And then we're like, what? And he's explaining it. And finally, we're just kind of looking at him. He goes, it's lard, basically.
Yeah, okay.
But we were like,
but
okay.
You're not going to pay
English
for lard.
butter.
You pay for English butter.
Correct.
That's exactly right.
There is a Italian restaurant here in Seattle. Okay? I'm not going to call them out. I don't know if they still do this, but they used to. The entire menu was in Italian. Now, I can identify certain words and things like that. I know in Spanish, polo is chicken.
But what does it come with?
But in Italian. So I asked the waiter, I was like, hey, do you have a menu in English? And he's like, we do. And I was like, you do? He's like, I will bring it to you.
Nice.
And so he brings me the menu. I'm like, who's this for? And he's like, old people. And I'm like, oh. He's like, yeah, we only have one.
They have one in English.
You have one English menu.
All right.
I was like, all right, well, now I know what I want.
Well, and I think a lot of this, too, right? It feel like that foodie movement has kind of died down.
Sure.
So, like, a lot of places I feel like are kind of hopefully getting away from some of these terms. It's like you don't have to use them. You just need to make good food. But some people will pay extra premium because you have fancy words.
We know some of those people, right? It's kind of written in script, the menu.
Yeah.
And it has the fancy words. And if you want a translation of this, you're getting a burger with fries, right? Whatever they just said there, it's a burger with fries. So when they serve this to you, don't be shocked when you say, oh, my God, it's a burger with fries, because that's what it is. My favorite was there was a hot minute, the artisan pizzas.
Yep.
It's a restaurant that does not specialize in pizza, but they offered artisan pizzas. Typically, they had like in a wood burning oven, whatever. And I was told my wife, that means the sauce is weak and they can't throw around pizza. That is all this means, right? It's not going to taste any better or any worse than your average pizza, but they can't make pizza, and so you call it artisan pizza. That's why when it looks like someone dropped it on the floor and put it on your plate, it's artisan. So you cut it some slack. If you ordered a pizza from Domino's and they gave it to you and it's like a triangle or whatever the hell with thumbprints, you'd be like, what the F is this? But if it's artisan, hey.
I'll be honest with you, I think Domino's tried that for a while and then got rid of it.
Artisan pizza?
Yeah.
Don't.
But same thing. It was just smaller and kind of misshaped, and you're like,
because we don't make pizza.
My kid used to love steak. When I took her to a place that had steak and frites, and she's like, what are frites? I'm like, French fries. She's like, sweet.
Right.
Awesome.
But with frites, you charge more.
Well, frites only appears with steak, it seems. Everywhere else, they're French fries. But either way, they don't say, would you like a side of frites?
No.
If I'm ordering steak frites, your fries better be good.
They better be good.
Better be hand cut.
Yeah.
What?
Let's wait till we get to the list.
All right.
You got some things.
Okay, all right.
You might have just stumbled upon one.
You can vent later on.
I think we all are.
Yeah, fancy food words on menus coming up with the head chef. And Ted's meat and potatoes. And today is the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We spin the category wheel. You are either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. Our biggest dummy so far this year is Robert, who took 12 questions to get one right. Speaking of food, last time we did the poll, we asked you if you could pick one to never eat again. Which one would you pick?
Again. All right.
Never eat one of these items again. We had hamburgers, chicken wings, tacos, and pizza. And if you follow us on X at Men's Room Live, or you're watching us on YouTube there at KISW Rock, we put the poll up for you each and every week. And here are your results from last week. Coming in at fourth place with only 5% of the vote, you said the one thing that you did not want to give up, that would be tacos.
That's number one.
Based on the percentage, that is... Okay, today on the poll, we're going to talk about sharing. And, hey, they say you should share when you're a kid and play nice and all that crap. And, but sharing sometimes is difficult. And there was a guy named Bobby Lewis, and he came up with kind of an unconventional list of things that people shouldn't share.
Should not share.
Yeah.
Okay, like chapstick.
Well, it's a little bit deeper than that. Those are all things that are true. This is more on social levels, and things of that nature. And he's pretty spot on. He says the first thing you should never share is embarrassing photos of your kids. Remember, guys, the internet never forgets. We get caught up in sharing things about our kids because we're proud of them, care about them, and want what's best, but not every moment should be shared because not every photo is flattering, and it will make the kid feel awkward down the road. So,
I agree, man. I really, and look, I don't post anything, but even my wife's pretty good about, we'll have some pictures at home that we are aware of that bring us chuckles, but she won't post those just for that reason. Like, look, they're going to grow up. They don't need this on their back.
Second thing, he says, your children's secrets. Your kid still wets the bed. Don't share that information. It breaks trust with a child who needs you in their corner during the struggle as they try to get through that.
Yeah.
So spilling your kids' beans and secrets is essentially betraying their trust.
That is one thing I say to the kid, the wife, and that's what to say, look, we are a family. We can get along. We can not get along, whatever's going on. But remember, everyone here is your best friend. And when everyone rolls their eyes, especially the kids, you go, all right, you're mad at your sister right now. Yeah, because you no, stop. What does she know about you that she hasn't shared with anyone?
Right.
Then you see them search their brains, and it's like, right, they've got each other's back. So treat each other. You can be mad at each other, but understand, man, every weird thing that may or may not happen in this house, We all know it, and no one's throwing anyone under the bus.
Right.
So just keep it together.
Family medical information and personal information about your family comes in next. He says never share that. Oh, there's a lot of people who do. I'll give you a perfectly good example. All right. Okay, so and this is personal, but I don't care. I don't mind sharing it. I'm down in Vegas with Castle. All right. My dad dies.
Yeah.
All right. Second day I'm there. He passes on. So I'm also in Vegas, and I'm like, okay, this is not the worst place to try to shake this out. You know, like there's enough distractions going on. I'm okay. So there's a person who gets wind of this information in my immediate family, and they post this huge thing on Facebook. Now, about my dad dying. I had not called.
Had they checked?
I had not called my daughters and told them that the granddad
Jesus
had died yet
Christ.
because I'm down in Vegas. You know what I mean? And then I get this call just screaming at me. Why enough? Didn't you tell me that, granddad died? I'm like, kid, I'm in Vegas. Like, I don't want to keep bringing this up because I'm trying to keep my emotions in check. So I figured I'd get back. It's not really the most urgent thing in the world. You don't need to know an hour after he dies, but there's this whole tribute that gets
It's already up there.
I'm just like, Jesus Christ, guys. So then my phone is blowing up left and right.
Yeah.
Which is the last thing that I want. You know what I mean?
That's the whole thing,
I'm just
right?
like, dude.
I mean, my dad died, like, obviously, my brother called me first, but, like, we made sure everybody in the family knew from one of us
first.
before we ever posted anything.
More things you shouldn't share.
I mean, same with my cousin Christina, right? And she was, like I said, a teacher, massively popular. But like, we were like, we'll have a message we'll all put out, but like, let's tell people first.
My thing is, when it comes to the social media thing, like I would never post about someone in my family dying because the people that are actually my friends, I will have told. Family member, but all of your derivative friends on social media, like you don't need to know.
Yeah,
and I don't want.
I will say it is nice to post something though, because you have friends on social media that are. I still count as friends. We just don't talk much.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't randomly call them up to tell them that. So if they find out through social media, I was like, okay.
Next thing that you shouldn't share, they say banking details. If you're doing well financially or if you're not. Either way, don't let people know about that. Next on the list. Charitable donations. You are doing the right thing, but don't come off as patting yourself on the back like, look how great I am. I gave this much money.
You're doing it for the tax write-off.
Well, you're doing it for the charity, too. You know what I mean? Depending on who you give to.
Look, there's a difference. I feel like if you're contributing to like the Cancer Society, like, all right, that is a mission you're on. When you're taking stuff to Goodwill and you can write it off, I don't know where that money goes.
Yeah.
I do not know what they do with it, but I know I get a tax.
Part of it's sharing it with other people. There's just because you donate to charities does not make you a good person.
No.
There's a lot of terrible people that donate a lot of money, and they will let you know.
7 things you shouldn't share. I'll read the whole article, by the way, from Bobby Lewis. It's a good one. Number 6 is family drama. Families can be complicated. Don't share that crap. And finally, sex stories. What happens in the privacy of your own bedroom between you and your wife or your girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever, is not for public knowledge. Your intimate times of connection are things you shouldn't share.
She a freak, though.
Look, man, I think there's a difference.
She a freak.
My
That's
wife,
not details.
Not sharing those details, right?
That's not details.
You have some one night stand. Your buddies know you went home like, listen, man, I did not know that human fingers could do that. You're going to share the info. This is not about throwing anyone under the bus. It's just like, holy.
I will always say this, too. Guys stereotypically come off cruder.
Yeah.
But honestly,
women give more details.
They give much more details to each other.
I was going to say.
Like, I have hung out with friends of an ex, and I was like, how do you know that?
Right. A dude
I was
just
like,
says,
Jesus, I would never go into that much detail with my buddy about what I did with her.
No, a dude just says, dude, I plowed that ass.
Yeah.
That's understood. And we're back to watching football. You have made your statement. I don't need details.
You know what? You're right. They do look great.
Leave it to my imagination. That's it. That's it. But there are also things that you should never share. And they break them down into 3 categories. And the first one is personal and hygiene items. Back to the chapstick. Okay?
Okay. Physically, yeah, don't share these.
Toothbrushes, you get it. Bacteria, risk of bleeding gums from getting infected. Lips and balms, people should avoid those at all costs from catching colds, cold sores, which is herpes, the flu. Never share a razor blade, they say. Sharing blades can expose you to blood-borne infections.
I've explained this to my children. It'd be nice if they listen, because I'll walk into the bathroom and I'm like, my razor has hairs on it, and you're not shaving your face.
Yeah.
I have definitely done that at a buddy's house.
I mean, in my 20s, I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guilty.
Look, when you're broke.
I just never really thought about that one. I was just like, man, I'm here for a few days. I need to shave, especially before I had a beard. It's like, you just use it.
Deodorant and earphones. Often unhygienic due to earwax. Plus, many people don't like listening to a song with half the sound because you plugged it up with your ear crap. Ew. Next up is food and personal space. When it comes to daily interactions in public spaces, people hate having their personal resources divvied up. For example, food bought for yourself. Taking a bite out of someone else's meal, especially fries, is a common annoyance. It's just irritating.
It is.
If someone wants to share their food with you, they will say, hey, you need to try this. And they will offer you that. But for the most part, your food, what you get is your food.
That's why you ordered it. And look, there are exceptions. I understand that if I get fries and my wife got the side salad, she's going to eat half of my fries.
Often,
but she also understands if she gets, is it the Cobb salad that has all the blue cheese and bacon on it?
Yeah.
Okay. She understands that when she orders that.
Or the wedge or whatever.
The wedge.
Yes. Say, yeah.
I will scrape about half of her toppings off and put them on my plate.
Yep.
I would say I wouldn't eat somebody's fries, but we got a voicemail. The guy was like, yeah, I knew you guys back in the day when you had that softball team, and the Ted Smith ate all my fries afterwards. I was like, damn, my bad. And he was nice.
I would never do that.
Yeah. He's like, I live in California. If I see Ted, he can eat my fries again. And I'm just like, wow, I must have been on a good one. I know. That's like this one. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
Did you hear that message? Did you write that for me?
More things that people like share. Drinks and water bottles. Thought of drinking after someone else's backwatch. Deal breaker for many. Although airplanes have their own different set of rules, movie theater armrest, the unspoken battle for personal space between strangers in a theater row. And they say if you can, give a seat between you and the other.
I mean, to me, that's only on the
possible.
plane. Most movies do not sell out to the point that you have a problem. But the plane, yeah. But what's the rule? The plane. If I got the middle seat, I get the both armrest.
That's always how I play it. Whoever is stuck in the middle gets both armrests.
Sure.
Because I feel like you get more room on the sides.
And finally, in the food and personal space category, undergarments. Oh. Widely regarded as a major boundary that should never be crossed, even with families.
What if they're washed?
Look, man, there was some point in time, I can't remember what the hell I did. I think I went to Pittsburgh to visit my brother, and I forgot to pack underwear. That was the one thing I didn't pack. So, like, after 2 days, I'm like, dude, do you have an extra pair of underwear? And I put on his underwear, and they were washed and clean, and it was still weird. I ended up, at that point, as soon as I got there, I ordered underwear through Amazon.
Just have them delivered.
At his house. I was supposed to get there next day. Then I finally got underwear. But at the same point in time, like, wearing his underwear for a day was weird, man.
Well, my buddy Tony put on our friend Paul's mother's underwear because he burned a hole in his ass. But with that, somehow, even though it was funny and it looked ridiculous, it seemed less gross.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know why, but like, I would rather borrow, I don't know, a pair of my wife's underwear than yours, in spite of the fact that her underwear fits different. But like, I don't know. I'd rather have vagina has touched this than penis.
I've definitely done it and had somebody else do it to me. But they were washed and cleaned. Right. And they were not happy. They were just like, dude,
keep them.
I did not bring any underwear. I'm just like, just you can go to the dryer. There's a couple pairs in there. I go, it's up to you. Like, I don't mind.
Well, of course, I would say this. Who says, look, you can only grab him out of my dirty clothes basket?
Well, the fact that I have those nylon underwear, that helps. My brother wears cotton.
Oh, does he?
That's
oh, man. Oh, God, man, no. Oh, man.
Yeah. It's just like, I haven't rocked cotton in years.
No, it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
So they tidy whities?
It's like sleeping with a T-shirt on.
They have tidy whities?
I mean, they were kind of down, like short boxer briefs. So they weren't like the long ones.
You just got like the standard Hanes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
Exactly. So our men's room poll, this week you are going to share one thing with a stranger. With a complete stranger, you're going to share one of these 4 items.
Sorry, I didn't realize they were cotton.
They were cotton, man.
God damn, man.
I know. With a window with no button.
Why didn't you just go commando?
So they kept kind of, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. We're all rocking like the Under Armour and all that kind of thing. Like, all right, some reason I can live with that. If you handed me cotton ones, like, I'm not wearing these.
I can't go commando. I need a barrier.
Yep. So you're gonna share one with a stranger. Are you gonna pick number 1, underwear? Number 2, a sexual partner. Number 3, a toothbrush. Or number 4, your passwords.
Is the stranger of my choice with me and my sexual partner?
Nope.
It's just random.
Random.
So
But you're
different.
sharing all the time. You're sharing one of these for a period of time. You make up the period of time. It's not a one offer.
Right.
Because look, we've all shared sex with a stranger.
Whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking if we're like in that lifestyle, it's just like, all right.
Well, no, like,
that dude's over.
Your girl
knowing what it is, you're in that lifestyle whether you intended to be or not.
You call your girl and say, "What are you doing?" I'm glad it's Tony's night.
Well, I got to be there too.
Well, not necessarily.
Well,
I mean, you're
in our relationship, that's my role.
So you're going to be the guy in the corner sitting on a chair.
No. Eiffel Tower.
Well, it's not your turn.
We don't need you.
This is a sharing thing.
You can tag in.
It's not everybody all at once. It's sharing.
Oh, well, that changes my answer.
Okay, all right. Our men's room poll, share one with a stranger. Will it be underwear, a sexual partner, toothbrush, or your passwords? Vote now if you follow us on X at Men's Room Live.
This is the mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
What's the best or worst advice you've ever given or received? 206-803-ROCK. They say at GPT, Meta AI, DeepSeek, and Grok. By straining them with loaded questions about cancer, vaccines, stem cells, nutrition, and performance drugs. Nearly half of their answers were labeled problematic. About 1 in 5 were highly problematic, meaning wrong and open to broad interpretation. Grok, I guess, performed the worst. While bots generally handle questions about cancer and vaccines better than some of the other topics, more than a quarter of cancer-related replies still carried, believe it or not, potential harm. More harm than good.
Yeah.
Researchers say the chatbots delivered most of the answers with confidence and certainty. And Bloomberg says, though none of them delivered full or accurate reference lists. The only 2 refusals to answer a question came from Meta when asked which alternative therapies are better than chemotherapy. The bots did warn that such treatments aren't backed by evidence, but then listed options like acupuncture, herbal remedies, cancer-fighting diets, even specific clinics, occasionally naming approaches such as the Gerson therapy approach that discourage chemotherapy in general. Lead study author Nick Tiller says that a research associate in an institute at UCLA Medical Center says chatbots, both sides, approach and their inability to give a very scientific-based black and white answer can make fringe ideas appear credible. And outside experts warn that AI is already misleading patients, from legitimizing unproven treatments to predicting life expectancy. In some cases, wrongly telling people that they have just months to live. One Seattle man, a guy in Seattle, died after AI tools convinced him that his doctors were wrong about his cancer. That happened here.
Side with the doctor. They don't know everything, but I would side with them.
Our question, what is the best or worst advice that you've ever given or received? 206-803-ROCK.
You could be a fan, and I'm a fan of some alternative medicine stuff, but I feel like when you have cancer, you should listen to the doctor.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of people tell I am deeply religious. You got cancer. They will go to the hospital.
Yeah.
You go maybe prayer doesn't work. Let me go see that doctor right quick. By the way, David here on YouTube, he has some advice for everyone. All right, we always talk about wild animals. Do you make yourself big? Do you make yourself small? Do you look them in the eye? Do you not look them in the eye? Right? Different animals, different things. He has one for all animals. It says, if you are being chased by a wild animal, drop to the ground for 6 seconds. Because of the 5-second rule, they can't eat you.
That's solid advice.
They can't do it. They try to get there in time, but if dude, 6 seconds, it's like, can't eat it. Now you're gross.
What is the best or worst advice you've ever given or received? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, old man Kenny. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
So this is 1985, and I'm stuck in the cocaine addiction crud. I mean, bad, right? By 89, I'm wanting out, and I'm looking for any way to get out. So I call a buddy of mine. He owned a used car lot right across from Paradise Bowling Alley in Tacoma. Jim's Parkland Auto Sales. And he got me, I told him, man, I got to get some work here. I need some help. And so he hired me on washing cars, small mechanics. They used to buy from the big dealerships 10, 12 cars at the time, and we'd have to pick them up and get them back to the shop. But anyways, there was a sweetheart old man dude, Bob. Bob Steve. He's the old gypsy guy. And he knew my struggles and seen what I was going through, and he sat me down one day. And this changed my life, man. He said, Kenny, he said, you hang around bad people, only bad things are going to happen. People are going to think bad of you, and you're going to do bad in life. He said, but if you hang around good people, people are going to think good of you. You're going to do good in life, and good things are going to happen in your life. And that just flipped me completely around. I got clean. Changed my life. I wish somebody would have told me that earlier.
But hey, man, here's the truth of it. Your parents run that by you. They phrase it different, so you don't really pay attention. And when you're a teenager, your friends are your friends, right? So your parents would say, but the older you get, the more you know that rings true. I try to explain to my kids in certain situations, but they're like, I got in trouble, but I didn't do anything. And I said, dude, it's called guilt by association. You were friends with these guys, and you were present when this thing went down. It doesn't matter if you did it. You still get lumped in, right? I was like, trust me, perception is stronger than the truth. The truth almost means nothing.
Ask Ray Lewis.
Perception is everything, right? Exactly. So you just go like, look, if you hang around guys that do these types of things, you're going to end up getting in trouble with them, whether you did anything or not, right? So instead of getting frustrated, and I know some of these guys are your friends, but in certain situations, maybe distance yourself from them because you know what they're going to do, man. And I say this because I've been through it. Even your uncle, my brother, went through it. Your grandfather sure as hell went through it. I'm like, it's the case for everyone.
And there's friends of friends, right?
Yeah.
You know, like in high school, right? Like, you know, like my buddy Bernie. Like, we spent a lot of time together, but he had a couple buddies that were just like from his neighborhood. That were just same thing. It was just like they were always getting in trouble and this and that. Yeah. And somebody was like I think it was my brother. I was like, you're right. And it was hard to do because I wanted to hang out with Bernie and go to that party. But if he had those two idiots with him, I would just say, I can't go. You know, probably blame my parents. But like same token, like, and they did get in a lot of trouble. I think one of those guys is in jail now. Right? Like, it wasn't hard to see. And like, you're right, though. But it is hard at that age to be like.
At that age, you don't want to hear it, man. These are your guy, and they're the only people that you actually have fun with, right? Everyone else is an authority figure. I got my parents coming down. I got school. When I hang out with these guys, I'm free, right?
Yeah.
So, to tell your kid, like, hey, the people you like hanging out with most, they're bad news. You don't hear it. And my thing is, I'm like, especially with my son, because he's a very good kid, and I go, not your problem. One of your issues is you don't like being in trouble. And so you don't do a lot of things to get yourself in trouble. So maybe don't associate with them. But your dad, meanwhile, did not care if he got in trouble. So I could run with certain people. It didn't matter because it didn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me that much now. But if it bothers you, put distance between it, man. Mm-hmm. That's what you got to do. And also, I was up to no good most of the time. And that's the difference. I'm like, look, I was up to no good. All right. I wasn't the worst. I was somewhere in the middle. But I don't mind getting in trouble because that's not death. Doesn't mean anything to me. It means something to you. So put some distance between yourself and those one or two people, I know them by name, that are going to get your ass in trouble because you know they're going to do something. Every single time. That's why it's always these same two names that are brought up when you get in trouble.
Oh, my daughter used to freak out about just how nasty social media was in high school.
Sure.
And especially the girls, they absolutely
they're the worst.
They go after each other, and there's no filter. It's completely cruel. Whatever the deal is, throwing them under the bus if they said they like somebody. Next thing you know who she likes. She likes such and such. Now it's out there in the world.
I saw it on Be Real,
which is devastating as a teenager.
And and my advice was, look, you are about ready to graduate high school. You are leaving this world that you know. You will have friends for the rest of your life from high school. And you will have people that you know from high school that you'll never talk to again.
Sure.
But you're about ready to just wipe the slate clean and start over. So whatever you want to do, anytime you move, you have the opportunity to reinvent yourself, to pick different friends, to have different interests if you so choose. You're always going to be the same person, but you don't have to worry about that crap anymore.
No.
And it's just water under the bridge at that point. So I know it's a lot for you right now, but I'm telling you, in 2 months, all of this is going to be over, and you'll never even think about it again. You might think about it as far as like, man, I had some bad times in high school, but it's not going to be relevant to you because it doesn't matter. Ultimately at that point.
But I always hated hearing that
hopefully,
when I was younger. And I'm not disagreeing. I hated hearing that when I'm younger because time moves much slower when you're younger.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, hey, I know it doesn't matter now. Once they started with that, you started tuning out. That said, I can go back and think about every single person that said that, and they were 100% correct. It's just at the time you're hearing it, like, if it doesn't help me now, like you said, it's just 2 months. Yeah. In our world, when you're an adult, 2 months is a blink of an eye. When you're a kid, 2 months might as well be the next 25 years, right? So even if I tell my kid, look, hey, man, in 8 weeks, don't worry about it. I might as well tell them for the rest of your life, this is a problem.
I would also say, too, it's like, this will sound harsh, but like, some of the people when you're in high school that you think are just the best and have it all together, it ain't going to end well for them.
No.
And some of you that seem like you're kind of struggling, like, you're going to be fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Right? But it's like,
we can see it now.
We can see it now.
But yeah, when you're a kid, man, and it's amazing, because my parents, they'd single out, not necessarily my friends, but people that I knew. And I'm like, dude, he's the coolest freaking guy. And my dad would always just laugh openly, like, okay, man. And I'm like, bro, you don't get it. He's got the cool cars, he's got the cool jacket. And my dad's like, okay. And to your point, Ted, within 3 years of graduating high school, hey, did you hear about your friend? No. Okay, well, he's in prison for whatever.
Mm-hmm. And even
but he's cool.
And even with if like with my kid, has a first big relationship, right?
Yeah.
Go through that breakup. And I was like, look, I can't give you any advice because
it's probably like, Dad, yes, you can.
You can't. Well, yes, you're right. I'm kidding.
That first one, though, it's hard to tell anybody. It just sucks.
That's what I said. It's never going to be this bad.
That is true.
You went through the worst one. I don't care if you get divorced. No. I don't care if the 17-year-old you, this is going to suck more. But it will enable you to be able to deal with it better in life.
That's right. The first one is the worst.
It doesn't matter if you're 16 years old or you're 66 years old.
Yeah.
The first one is going to suck.
It sucks
and
bad.
There's nothing you can say to make it better. There's nothing you can do. I can't tell you how long you're going to feel this way. Could be a year. Could be less. But it's not going to be. It's going to suck.
And that's it.
And that's all I can tell you. Even if you have a new boyfriend, you're still going to be bummed out about this thing.
Sure.
Or whatever the deal is. Like, it's not going to go away. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't control it. So it's basically your emotions are out of your control. You can think your way through stuff, but your emotions, you can't control.
I had a buddy that kind of had a famous breakup. We were adults, right? And I remember we were driving in his car, and it got to the point where I was just like, dude, I'm not talking to you about this. Like, everybody's stance on it. And his brother happened to call, and I remember him saying, but I still love her. And his brother just goes, you were in love with her. You dated her for this long. Like, there's going to be a part of you that always has a special spot for her. But he's like, you guys are terrible together. Like it's fine, right? Kind of like what Miles is saying. Like, nothing's going to be as bad as that first one. But it's hard to tell anybody. I don't care what age. They could be 40 and never dated somebody. That first breakup's gonna be like, oh, this is tough.
It's horrible, man. Yeah. It just sucked. Right. It really does. I don't know why I'm laughing about it now.
We laugh because we've all been through.
Well, the first one, I was like, let's not get a divorce, man, because we got kids. Let's try to work our way through this. And, I was broken up about that one. But the second one, I was like, I think I'm moving out Saturday.
Yeah. I mean,
seriously, man, I'm kind of looking around. I'm going to pack up my crap and get out of here.
Once you've been there,
This is the mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant ready to play the big game?
Hello, Mitch. Welcome to the men's room.
Big Dummy.
Hola. Mitch, you on team sober or team not sober?
I'm driving, so I'm sober.
All right. Thank you for doing that. All right, Mitch, our men's room poll today. You're going to have to share one with a stranger. Are you taking underwear, sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords?
I'm probably going to go underwear, but inside out.
You do it how you want to, man.
I mean, you got to keep sharing. Inside, what is it? Inside out, then backwards, and then backwards the other way. Something like that. All right, Mitch, here is your question. Who released the hit single Barbie Girl in 1997?
I believe that was Aqua. I'm trying to remember. Was it Aqua or Aquafina? I think
it is up to you. You want Aqua?
No. Hold on. Aquafina.
Oh,
It's Aqua.
It's Aqua.
Just Aqua.
Do you guys?
They just broke up.
I was going to say, do you know that?
Yes.
Just like last week.
Yeah.
Correct.
They had a big story. It says Aqua broke up. But my first thought was they were together?
Yeah.
What do they do? Just one song and get off the stage?
I mean, that's Europop and kind of dance
All right,
music, so
okay.
I'm sure they've
Yes.
stayed relevant over there. It's a huge continent, boys.
I know. Just reading the headline like, oh, they broke up. Then I had to check the date. Like, when is this from?
A Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Weren't they German?
I don't know, man.
I'm sticking with European.
I hated that song so much. I was like, what's their name? So I can never listen to them again.
Hello, Bobby. Let's go party.
So Aquafina is the current artist, and I believe
She's an actress and a
now,
singer,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Isn't there a
That's right.
water called Aquafina?
There is?
Yeah.
There is, yeah.
Three things can be true.
Yeah. There's water.
They are Danish Norwegian.
Oh, European.
Oh,
Yeah. Eurodance.
Ted likes it in with European.
That's what I'm saying.
Formed in Copenhagen in 1995.
Aquafina, I think she was in Crazy Rich Asians as well.
And there was something else
Great
more
rom-com.
recently.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it was.
Oh, you missed it. They're gone.
Damn it.
Ah.
Now I can't go to a show and heckle someone. All right, your question. What chemical causes the burning sensation when you eat a pepper?
chemical.
It's a chemical that gives peppers their heat.
I feel like I know it, but I don't know if I pronounce it correctly.
It's not. It's an actual chemical, not a compound. So it's just one.
It is a chemical, yeah, that's in peppers that gives them their heat. So when they do the Scoville units to determine, typically it's the effect of this chemical.
I'm going to go somewhere salt range. So maybe potassium.
It's an S word, isn't it?
Starts with a C. It's capsaicin.
Capsaicin. I thought it was
Cyanide.
Thought it was S.
Well, if you spell it wrong, it is.
Capsaicin.
All right, Mitch, your question. What actor produced the show Entourage?
Oh.
Give you a hint. He has
No
three
idea.
nipples.
He's got a burger joint.
He does have a
With his
burger
family.
With his family.
He used to hang with a group of funky dudes.
Yeah, a bunch of them.
He hung in Boogie Nights.
He's like 5'2", but always plays a tough guy.
John Travolta.
That's any actor in Hollywood.
Yeah, no kidding. Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg.
There we go.
And yes, he does have three nipples. Look, he brought it up, man. He brought it up in an interview years ago, although he is, based on his commentary talking about his three nipples, he has more recently said, looking back at that, I regret saying that because now I have kids and they have seen my quote and they're like, dude, that's weird. All right. Your question. How many lanes does an Olympic pool have?
I'm going to go with 8.
Yeah.
You are correct, sir.
Got it.
You remember his quote about his third nipple?
No.
Trying to think of the best way.
It's a nipple. I think that's fine.
Yeah, okay. So they asked him about the third nipple because at that time he's doing like the Calvin Klein underwear ads and all that. And his quote was, yeah, I got 3 nipples and bitches like to suck it. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So those are his younger days. Now, 25 years later, you have kids and his kids have seen that quote and they're like, yo, Dad, man. And he's like, no, you're right, man. You're right. So he actually brought it up saying, hey, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Dude, I just saw a thing the other day with Entourage. Like, that was the first time the rest of the world, I feel like, found out Bob Saget isn't just
Right.
the
that
dad.
Horny guy, yeah.
And they said Saget's only rule was he was like, yeah, I don't care that you're going to show me doing drugs and this and that. He's like, make the house nice. I don't want people to think I'm poor.
That's his whole thing.
Yeah.
I'll do drugs.
Right, he's like, I'm cool with the hookers being over here and me hitting the bong. He was like, but don't make me look poor in the show. I was like, I kind of respect that.
Kind of a flex.
Yeah.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Tom on Team Sober.
Team sober.
Okay. Tom, our men's room poll. You're going to share one with a stranger. Are you taking underwear, a sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords?
Probably passwords because I don't do any like online banking and very, very little social media.
Okay.
So no real hazard.
Yep. I'm right there with you. I do online banking. Social media, I got an Instagram page. That's it. Because I figure this.
I don't know my passwords again. So once I click into any social media, I just leave it there.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if I X out and they say, what's your password? Like, I honestly have no idea.
My thing is that we're on the air for 4 hours. Like, I'm telling you everything I got.
Right, we pretty much throw it out there,
I got
man.
nothing else, man.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot.
I mean, that's kind of what we do.
All right, your question. NATO's headquarters are in what city?
I believe Brussels, Belgium, I do declare.
One and done,
Damn.
Tom.
Had a big brain on Tom. All right, before we let you go, let's see a 50-50 question for you. True or false, rainwater contains vitamin E?
I'm going to say true.
False. However, rainwater does contain the vitamin B12. I don't know what B12 does for you.
I don't know, but
if you need it,
I'm deficient in it, so I take a pill.
Are you?
Yeah.
Dude, just walk outside in the rain with your mouth open.
I guess so.
Why are you spending all that money at the pharmacy?
I don't know.
Saturday's your day, dude.
It's supposed to rain?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, get your B12.
Davis Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
I like the idea, too. It's like hole 9. Like, what's Montgomery doing over there? And Miles just standing there with his mouth open.
Let's get this
Okay,
B12, bro.
B12, boys. Getting it in.
I apologize in advance. Hello, Eastwood. Welcome to the men's room.
God.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola.
Rock and roll, baby.
Eastwood, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober today.
All right.
I'm out driving my Cherokee around with Toby, the dog, and we're sitting there in Tacoma and talking to you boys.
Well, I can tell, man, that you're not at home because your phone reception doesn't suck.
Eastwood's on it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that down there in Timber Lakes, it just is awful. I'm sorry. I usually go, but I messed up last week. Sorry, bro.
No worries. All right, you're going to share one with a stranger, Eastwood. Are you taking underwear, sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords?
I'm going to go with password. It's between sexual partner and password, but password.
All right.
How many different things do you do online, Eastwood?
I do banking online a little bit, and then I'm just talking about, I went over to Banner, and I'm going to go on online banking. Online banking is pretty cool, like BECU. You can transfer funds off of your credit card without having to go in and do, there's a lot of functions you can do online, and you can get your FICO score.
Yeah, banks have made it very clear.
Now is 718 is my FICO score.
Damn, bro.
Man.
Of course you have good credit.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because you don't buy anything.
Right.
You just buy weed.
Yeah, so you buy things in cash.
I got this Charger I got a loan on. I bought my Exploder, my 2018 Exploder. I got, lots of stuff.
Yeah, potato tacos.
And a great credit score. All right, Eastwood, here's your question. How many states border Texas? How many states border Texas?
I just going to go with a wild. I'll say 4.
4? That was that. You just hazard a guess. You are correct.
Right, Louisiana,
Arkansas,
Oklahoma, Arkansas, and
New Mexico.
New Mexico. That's it. Arkansas, Louisiana.
Done, Yahoo!
All right, man. Before we let you go,
this year, it's 7 wrong. Boy.
Before we let you go, true or false question for you. True or false? Pure gold is safe to eat.
Well, sure it is.
Yeah.
Oh, Goldenschlager.
Exactly. They couldn't have put it in there if it wasn't.
Is that pure gold?
I don't
It
think
was
it's
gold flakes.
pure. Yeah, it's gold
right.
flakes.
But it's still gold.
Yeah, but you can eat pure gold.
Okay.
I definitely in high school that happened. I had that conversation multiple times. Hey, Tiny, what's up, dude? Can I get that bottle when you're done with the liquor?
Oh, they wanted the gold.
Yes.
Come on, man. Is that
It was
Jake Wicks?
every
Isn't
time.
like the most expensive chicken wings in like a gold sauce?
gold dust.
Yeah.
Isn't whenever they do that crap, they sprinkle gold somehow on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you can buy, these chicken wings cost $10,000. I'm like, I'd rather just have the gold and a plate of wings.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
We're off that now. Now we're eating Kool-Aid pineapple. Have you not seen the Kool-Aid pineapples?
The hell's Kool-Aid pineapple?
Oh, man, it's this whole thing. There's a lot of home chefs, right, on Facebook Marketplace and this and that, and you go buy a plate. So people try to make money out of their home.
Okay.
So somebody started taking jars of pineapple spheres and putting Kool-Aid in them. There's this famous, little white kid. He's making up terms, but it's like a whole thing. People will drive to go get these.
Couldn't you
pineapple.
just make that yourself?
You could.
It seems reasonably simple, unless there's a step I'm not understanding here. Because it sounds like you're not pickling, but essentially pickle your pineapple in Kool-Aid.
It's a whole thing, dude.
Really?
Huh.
I mean, it sounds delicious. It just doesn't seem particularly difficult.
Okay.
Okay.
What we got here, Thrill, is your classic K-shaped economy, all right? So as the middle class disappears, people that have a little more money things will get nicer. They can afford a GPL-1. They're not going to eat as much crap. But the downside of the K, people that don't have it, can't afford those medicines, are going to go even farther and start mixing
Kool-Aid,
stuff like
pineapple.
this. Or there's like...
Hey, man, that's how Cajun
cereal,
cuisine came.
There's like, hot Dorito dusted chicken wings. There's cereal on chicken wings now. Like it's wild.
What cereal do they put on chicken wings?
I don't know. You can go.
Mean, hot dusted I get, but I'm trying to think like what cereal would I use?
It's like one I saw was like Lucky somehow like Fruit Loops were on the cereal crushed up and on the chicken.
See, I think
wings.
I could see the Pebbles family, like Cocoa or Fruity
They're
Pebbles.
big, Fruity Pebbles
On
are
wings?
massive.
Well, just because they're kind of more like breading.
I understand the consistency, but I'm saying when you're done, the flavor is essentially Fruity Pebbles and chicken.
Fruity Pebbles is pretty good.
Chicken.
I don't care, man. I'm an apologist on those. I don't like sweet stuff at all, but Fruity Pebbles I think are great.
Well, if I eat a Rice Krispie treat, it's made with Fruity Pebbles.
Yes, that's the way to go.
Do you
Without
think,
question.
man, I should have this with chicken?
No.
Yeah, that's all.
But I'm not into that world either. Like it's a little ridiculous.
Well, you could in theory, bread a chicken breast with Fruity Pebbles.
We used to do cornflakes at one of the restaurants I worked at.
Well, that's pretty common. That you can buy that as a.
You should. And I mean, but cornflakes don't really have any taste.
Yeah,
Fruity Pebbles. I'd be like, man, I don't know.
That's the cereal. It's cornflakes.
I have it on good authority. You can buy a small package of already made Fruity Pebbles Rice Krispie treats at Safeway.
I do know that.
Yeah.
I do know that. Yeah.
A good authority. Not any in my house currently.
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
Matt, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober. I'm driving a semi-truck.
Oh,
okay.
Good work.
Thank you for being sober.
We appreciate that.
Matt, share one with a stranger. You take an underwear, sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords?
Well, I don't want any of the gross stuff, so passwords.
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 Yeah.
Just lose your entire life. Money-wise.
Would I lose my life?
I mean,
Well,
you lose your money.
money-wise.
Assuming you want, because honest to God, the only thing that I'd have to protect with passwords is the online bank stuff.
Yeah.
The things that I barely post on social media, so I do not care. 4 hours will tell you pretty much what you want to know about our life, so there ain't a whole lot to hide there. But your money's your money. And even to be honest
that's a good point.
that's the only reason why I would not give passwords, because that'd be the only thing of interest.
And as a
anyway.
truck driver, you share many sexual partners.
No, I don't. Common misconception.
Okay.
Hey, not a bad misconception to have.
Right.
All right. Here is your question. What is the more common name for desynchronisis? Desynchronisis.
Desynchronisis. Synchronosis. Common name for it. I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Hiccups?
Because nobody calls it this. So think about synchro.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. No one had this problem before air travel.
Before air travel?
Jet lag.
Oh.
All it is.
Oh, it's jet lag.
Jet lag, yeah, desynchronisis.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying before air travel, I can't imagine, like if you're on the Mayflower and it takes 4 months to get here, like, oh God, that time zone change killed me. Right? So before air travel, I'm just saying there's no way anyone's like, I can't adjust.
But they had sea legs.
They did have sea legs.
Yeah.
Well, you hope they did. The ones that didn't are puking over the side of the boat.
Wasn't that the other thing, too? When you get off the boat, it was hard to walk because it just does not shaking?
Have you not had that experience before? Spend a couple hours on a boat, right?
Wow.
You just kind of get used
Generally,
to
I'm
it.
kind of hammered of getting off the boat.
But like when you step back on land, I don't know. It's just it takes a second because your I don't know. Your legs are just kind of jiggling.
They say if you're seasick that you should never sit down on a boat. You should always stand up and not use your hands. Just start working your legs and your brain.
Start correcting it.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know either. All right. Here's your question. What landlocked body of water is located 1,275 feet below sea level?
Below sea level. Is it in the United States?
It is not in the United States.
If you think about it, it makes sense.
I mean, the name kind of lends itself.
Yeah.
I feel like I just saw like a documentary and this was included in it, but I'm like drawing a blank. Is it the Dead Sea?
Boom.
Got it.
You got it, man.
Nice job, Matt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think 1,200 feet below sea level. I knew it was below
Is that
sea
the one
level.
that's got a layer of saline that's about 6 feet on the top?
Yeah, it's the saltiest.
And then everything underneath it is fresh water?
Yes, because it's the saltiest body of water on Earth, I believe, because it's so far below sea level. But as a result of all the saline, they said that's what helps preserve, like when they found the Dead Sea Scrolls and all that kind of crap.
Yeah, the Dead Sea Scrolls, you bitch.
More Big Dummy coming up, 206-803-ROCK. A number of trains passed through the section without incident that morning. The Rail Accident Investigation Branch report reflected that before the signaler at the station received a call from the Norden Farm Crossing, a farmer called to cross with a tractor and trailer at 10:03 a.m. I guess there were no trains either accepted or in the section at this time, so the signaler immediately granted permission to cross. Another 3 crossings were received between 10:09 and 10:21. Now, during a 5th granted crossing request at 10:26, the signaler asked how much longer the farm would be using the crossing that day and was told that intermittent requests would be made for the next couple of hours. Now, after this call, the signaler decided to stop applying signal protection for any further requests that morning, saying they could basically eyeball it.
Okay.
Based on something that his superior told him. Just minutes later, around 10:35, a train entered the section between Wolferton and Leominster, and the signal box received another crossing request 2 minutes later. That permission was granted immediately, and that tractor was immediately smashed by a train. Jesus. According to the reports. The signaler said, don't worry about it after this time. They're just going to be few and far between. There were actually 3 more crossings in that time.
Just because someone's your superior does not mean their advice is good.
What's the best or worst advice you've ever given or received? More pieces of good advice that people have received. Let's see. Wasn't advice per se, but whenever I was going through a tough situation, my parents would always say, it's temporary. Whatever hardship I'm going through is temporary. It's helped me so much to just put things in perspective. Trying to help my boyfriend right now by telling him that his job is abnormally hard right now, but that's temporary. And in a couple weeks, it'll just get back to normal.
It's true. But again, that just comes with age.
I agree.
You go through the bad, but the bad does not stick around forever. But I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. When things are bad, you feel like it's going to last forever.
Yep.
Correct.
Right? The good times, you're convinced are not going to last long. The bad times, to me, it's like an amusement park. You stand in line for an hour. Those are your bad times. And then the ride, the cool part, is 90 seconds.
Yep.
I think sometimes, too, like, you got to kind of recognize the good times when you're in them. And it might not even seem like the peak of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, let's say, it's just like kind of in the middle as you're doing it. Let's say you're at a big concert or whatever. But you're kind of always waiting for like that final crescendo or whatever. But like sometimes you can just look at a buddy and be like, this is awesome.
This is cool.
Right?
I'm
Even
glad
just the lead up to it. Or to me, I always think of October. Like, right, you think about playoffs, Super Bowl, but like I looked at my buddy a couple of years ago. I go, this is it. He goes, what? I go, October. Like everybody still has hope. There's tons of games on. Right? The weather's not crappy yet.
Well, it goes back to something that I've learned over the last, half a decade at this point, and it's just kind of just to be thankful for what it is that you have. Kind of talking about being in the moment, or rather enjoying the good time while you're in it. Being in that present moment and just being happy that you're there, as opposed to being in a bad moment and when's the next good moment going to come around? There's a good moment here and then the next bad moment's going to show up. Anything that you've got right now, consider yourself lucky to have it. Each and everything that you have. I don't care top to bottom. I don't care if it's the family that you got, the job that you got, the possessions that you have, big or small. Be happy of everything that it is that you have, because it can go away at some point, and it will leave you at some point.
Especially your health.
No
kidding. People talk about health all the time. You don't realize how good you have it when you are able to get around, you're healthy,
Because you don't
have those
think about
limitations.
it. If you just get a sore throat, you cannot wait for the day. And everyone tells themselves, I will never not appreciate not having a sore throat again. Once the sore throat goes away, you forget that you have a sore throat and you're back to normal.
Anytime you break something, you're like, you really appreciate the fact that, when you're just healthy and things are normal.
Sure.
My stepfather used to tell me a couple things were just very basic things. He said, first of all, kid, life is not easy. Life is hard. And life is not fair.
No.
So that
doesn't owe you.
That was one that I always I took that to heart, because it seemed like a lot of the time that things, just based on what I needed to do, they were not fair. The other one was, he said, look, you will learn more in life from your lowest points than your highest points. You will appreciate your high points, and you will enjoy them, and you need them. But you will learn more and grow more as a person when you're at the bottom of the roller coaster and not at the top.
Yeah, absolutely. Without a doubt, man.
And I think that's pretty good advice. Here's more. Guys, when my dad passed away, someone told me, I'm sure you hear a lot of people saying how sorry they are for you and stuff like that. So I'm not going to tell you that. I'll tell you this. Your dad may have passed from the world, but he's still alive in your memories, alive in the people's lives that he influenced, talked to, and met, which means he's alive in you. So just remember that.
Sounds like Coco the movie.
Yeah.
I will say, somewhere over the time, I just stopped telling people, they're in a better place. Because people, somebody passes away, people are really upset.
Yeah.
They got to deal with that, right? And I don't, I do want to believe it, but it seemed like at a certain time to me, it just became a throwaway line to tell people.
It is a throwaway line, because you don't know that.
Right, right. It's just I'm sorry for your loss, right? I
can give you that.
Right, if you need something, let me know. But
sure.
A couple more pieces of good advice that people have received. Never give out money you expect to get in back or return. Buy a plunger before you need a plunger.
Yes.
I learned that from Ted. I'm not even kidding, man. It's I will never not have a plunger. Ted blew up my toilet. It's hey, man, you got a plunger. And it's such a horrible moment. You say, I don't have a plunger. But wire coat hanger, and Ted hooked it up. Now,
I got it done.
Now, look, now I have plungers all over the house. If you need a plunger, but we don't have wire hangers anymore. So it's very important.
Yep.
My wife would freak out if you used one of her good wooden ones. I can make it work.
I don't think, that'd be tough. But I'm the same way. Anytime you move into a new place or something,
just buy a plunger.
Just get the plunger.
I remember
get the plunger with the toilet bowl cleaner. You're going to need them both.
Yes.
Remember, when you are fighting with your partner, it is not you versus them. It's you both versus the problem. Doesn't matter if one of you is right. Just work together to try to fix the problem.
Yeah, we just kind of don't care anymore. It's not that we don't care. Right. We just put it this way. If there's something significant, you will debate it. But like any couple, you start bickering and sniping and all this. And we used to go at it pretty hard. But about 10 years ago, finally, I was like, wait, we're both unhappy. We're both pissed off, right? And we're arguing about something stupid. I'm like, are we going to get divorced over this? If the answer is no, let's just drop it and take 5.
My last boss said, don't half-ass 10 things. Whole-ass 5. It's the best piece of career advice you'll ever get. And finally, I took this advice from the back of a pack of matches. Keep dry and stay away from children. I've spent every day trying to follow this. Our question, what is the best, worst, or worst advice that you've ever given or received? 206-803-ROCK.
Solid piece of advice I have for anyone that has a job. All right, every once in a while, you'll be called upon to do something a little bit outside of your job description, so to speak. Do a really bad job at that, and they will not ask you to do it again. Look, I'm not even kidding. It's listen, they'll come down with something. Hey, man, we need you to do so-and-so. I'm like, all right. And then when they get this thing, they're like, this is kind of crappy. I'm like, I know. But the problem is still there, but they never ask me to do it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is the best or worst advice you've ever given or received? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tanner. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola.
Okay, so I was probably about, I dated this girl for 10 years from 19 to 29, and we ended up separating, and we got back together. I remember my dad came and he talked to me, and he said, are you sure you really want to get back together? And I was like, yeah, of course. I thought it was a great relationship. And he just went, okay. And he didn't say anything to me at the time, just let it play out. Well, obviously, it didn't work out. You know, it ended just the way we thought it would. And my dad later came up to me and goes, have you ever reached in the fridge and grabbed milk and then poured a glass of milk and tasted it and it's sour? And did you put the milk back in the fridge anticipating for it to get better?
You know what? That is a fine point, man.
Yeah, and I was young at the time when he told me that, and and still to this day, I think that's probably one of the greatest sayings. It's pretty. But again, some people, they get divorced and they get remarried, and it sometimes it does work out.
Emotional stuff is tough, but I think as an analogy, I get the feeling I'll probably drop that on probably both of my kids at some point in the future. Son, I learned this from Tanner's dad. Never met the man, but it's a solid piece of advice. The milk don't get better because you put it back in the fridge, brother.
And those second marriages very rarely work out after a couple gets back together and remarries.
Yeah.
I mean, the times you hear about it, very rarely. I'm sure there are instances, but percentage-wise,
they don't.
He's right.
Yeah, I got an aunt. She married the same guy. I think she was married a total of 3 times, but on 2 occasions, it was the same guy. And I liked him. My family liked him. Just for whatever reason, they didn't work. But I do remember when she was announcing that she's going to get married. Because my father does not pull punches. He won't say much, but he ain't going to lie to you if he speaks to you. And he's just like, Fran, do you think it's a good idea? Well, Robert, I thought you liked him. He said, I do like him, but we are not married. We get along fantastic. We are not married. You were married. You had your shot. You got divorced. You married someone else, and now you're going back to him because you're thinking about all of the good things, forgetting about why you got divorced. You can look back on any relationship and be like, oh,
9.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock. Steve, who is our next contestant, ready to play the big game?
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Justin, are you on Team Sober or Team Not Sober?
Team Sober, Miles.
All right, Justin, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our Men's Room poll. You're going to have to share one with a stranger. Are you taking your underwear, sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords?
I'm going to go with underwear. Sexual partners, but then Eastwood called in. I remembered Eastwood exists. I was like, hey, you know what? I'll go back to the old underwear.
You wouldn't want to share, I guarantee you would not want to share a sexual partner with Eastwood. Somehow that guy knows stuff.
Nor would I want Eastwood to be the one that we share the sexual partner with.
Well,
yeah.
You'd be babbling on the entire time.
You don't want to hear this woman tell you how much better in bed Eastwood is than you.
In spite of all the talk.
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
I'm being dead serious.
Like, I got these new condoms that I got for 85 cents down in the 76 days. Took some trucker speed and just went to town.
I used to teach Karma Sutra in California for 10 years. It's something like that. Right. It's like, what?
I was a sex guru in Tibet. Yeah.
Tantric.
Yeah.
I like to bring food items in, eat while I'm doing it.
Yeah, she orgasmed for 4 straight hours. Smoked an entire carton of cigarettes before she was done.
Then I peed in a bucket and left.
So sensual.
All right, so it's calling card. Did you get the pee bucket? I did. All right. Justin, here's your question. We all have horrible images in our head now. Justin, here's your question. In what city?
Sorry about that.
In what city would you find the Field Museum?
Field Museum. FIELD?
Yep. But I don't think the museum itself is about fields. I believe it's just someone's last name.
Okay.
I'm surprised you have not been there, Miles. I only say this because it's a well-regarded museum. You were in this city 2-3 years ago, and you went to a different museum there, and you were like, bro, you got to go there if you go.
Yeah.
No idea. Minneapolis.
No,
So Chicago.
Chicago, yeah. I want to say, basically, the Field Museum is like their natural history museum, but it's one of the top ones. What's the one you went to? The Industrial? Museum of Industry in Chicago? Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right, your question. What food company produces the cereals Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Boo Berry?
General Mills?
Got it. Nice job.
I would change it from Boo Berry to Boob Airy.
Blueberry?
No, Boob Airy. Because it's just Boo and then Berry. But it could just be Boob-Airy.
Or how about Boob Berry?
Boob Berry. I would try it.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Richard. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, fellas.
Hola. Richard, are you sober or not sober?
I am not sober. Or I mean, sober. I'm driving.
Oh, you are sober?
Yeah.
Yes. Driving home.
Okay.
How do people mix that up? Again, if I'm a cop, I pull you over and I say, "Sir, are you sober?" You're like, "No, wait, yes." You're going to have to prove it.
Calling into the radio is not as, like, it's scary.
Not as much stress.
Right, but I feel like when the troopers or the cops standing there, you're going to be like, sober.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet somebody's messed it up before.
Sure.
I almost just did it.
Well, look.
I'm sure they have, but I'm just saying now, look, you'll prove it in the end, but now I got to get out of the car, do all the stuff, and it's like, why did you say you weren't sober?
You basically tell them that you're guilty. You're like, "Sir, I couldn't walk a straight line if I was sober."
If I was sober, that's where you go wrong.
Yeah.
Well, let me just try that again.
Richard, share one with a stranger. Underwear, sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords?
I'm going to go with the toothbrush. That way I can rinse it under hot water before I use it.
Bro,
I thought about that too. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just picturing some people in my life who said, no, absolutely not. I don't know you only got 3 teeth in your mouth, but they're all brown. You're not using my toothbrush. And those 3 teeth are all molars.
I'm still thinking about wrong answers to the cop. How much did you have to drink tonight? Like a 12-pack.
But I only drank 11 of them.
Yeah, like, I'll just get out and put the handcuffs on myself. Can we cuff him in the front?
All right, your question, what was the last vowel added to the English alphabet?
E.
I'll just guess Y.
U.
It is sometimes Y.
Sometimes Y. You know, it's gender fluid. By the way, the last consonant added was the letter J. Not that anyone asked, but I happen to know, so I'm sharing.
I just figured they were all there at the start.
No, it started kind of slow, and then I want to say, because a lot of times back in like Old English and all this kind of thing, you put 2 letters together to create whatever sound, and then eventually they said, instead of doing the 2 letters to make the sound, let's just come up with a different letter altogether.
Okay.
All right, here's your question. In 1973, and it's multiple choice, in 1973, a man named Roland O'Hyson, he was buried in a coffin made of what? Gold, silver, wax, or chocolate?
Let's go with gold.
Let's go with chocolate.
It's in fact chocolate.
Is it chocolate?
Yeah, he was apparently some big time confectioner's sales guy.
Wow.
So when he died, they made a coffin out of chocolate.
But that coffin wouldn't last very long underground.
That's what I'm saying. Some
That
animal's
was
going to come
my
and dig it
thought.
up.
All right, so we make you a coffin out of chocolate. First of all, like you said, the chocolate's going to go away. Animals are definitely going to dig your ass up. And now instead of just eating your corpse, they're going to eat a chocolate-covered corpse, which in my mind makes you all the like. This seems like a bad idea.
Yep.
Bury me in ground beef. You know, like come on, man.
Would you eat chocolate that had been near a dead body?
Near it, yeah.
How close?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If the coffin collapses, would you pick up a hunk of chocolate off a bone?
If it's the top of it, yeah.
All right.
Not the part of the
Totally.
touched him, but certainly. I mean, it's chocolate, man.
Yeah.
Would you eat it?
Depends on the flavor.
What if it grazed him? It didn't rest on it, just grazed the corpse as it was collapsing. Like ricocheted off of his shoulder.
Yeah, if it's good high-end chocolate.
You can always wipe it off, too.
That's what I'm doing. I'm eating.
Right.
Yeah.
Straight up, man.
Chocolate's chocolate, man.
That's what he told the authorities when I saw him eating a man's coffin.
5-second rule.
Well said, sir. That's gonna be my motto for the day.
What, chocolate?
Chocolate's chocolate, man.
Chocolate's chocolate, man.
All right, your question. An eye for an eye is whose code? Whose code?
Isn't that a pirate's code?
Nah, that's an ancient Sumerian code if you want to get technical. Come on.
Hermione's?
Not Hermione.
Is it like Harambe?
Harambe.
Not Harambe, it's Hammurabi's code.
Hammurabi.
Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
Richard, question number 4.
They put one of ours in the hospital. We put one of theirs in the morgue.
I thought he said 10. He upped it a little bit.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure Sean Connery, Untouchables.
No, right. He just says they put one of ours in the morgue, or they put one of ours in the hospital or something. We put one of theirs in the
I
morgue.
thought he said like we put 10 of theirs in the morgue.
Yeah, it's a blood oath.
Yeah, okay. All right, your question. What animal did Hannibal Lecter say that French people taste like?
Oh, I've seen that movie in a long time. rabbits.
Come on, French people don't taste like
Duck.
it. Miles knows it's chicken. You've never eaten a piece of chicken and said, damn, this tastes like a French person. I have. Let me get some of them French people wings. All right, your question, which desert covers part of China and Mongolia?
Brain fire.
I'm convinced you've heard of it.
I'm sure I have, but I'm drawing a blank right now. The Sahara. I don't know.
Is it Gobi?
Gobi, yes.
Gobi.
Question 6.
Gobi what?
Seems like a character in something.
It does. Well, there was
Gobi.
Harry Potter had Dobby.
All right. You got the guru dude from Mandalorian. Or Grogu.
Grogu. What did you call
homemade sauce? No, Grogu.
Oh, God. It's a green sauce.
I'm not a child.
Try some new Grogu sauce. All right, your question. A tayberry is a cross between a blackberry and what other berry? A tayberry.
A caveberry?
Tay. T-A-Y.
Yeah.
Like Tay-Tay.
Oh, tayberry.
Yeah, Tay-Tay.
Let's go raspberry.
Boom.
Got it. Okay, very
Richard
good.
knows his tayberries.
He knows his tay. Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Wade. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Wade, are you sober or not sober?
It's my Friday, so not sober.
Good for you, Wade. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, our men's room poll. You get to share one with a stranger. You take an underwear, sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords?
Yeah, go sexual partner.
Sexual partner.
That's thinking.
Yeah, been there, done that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't always turn out good, though.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know you were sharing them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here's your question, Wade. What is the only rock that floats in water?
Ooh.
Dwayne Johnson.
Come on. Let's go pumice.
Got it. Yes,
Wow.
One and done, Wade. Nice job.
One and done. All right. Before we let you go, 50-50 question. Yes or no, can horses throw up?
Ooh. I've never seen one throw up. I'm going to guess they can't.
They can't throw up.
They can't throw up.
Why is that?
I don't know. They don't have whatever you need to throw up. Rats.
Okay.
That's why rat poison works, because they can't throw up. So they eat it. Normally, your body tries to reject it. Rats can't throw up, so the poison kills them. And that's why I set horse traps everywhere around my house.
Throwing up sucks, but it is a relief. That would suck to be a horse.
You're getting rid of something your body is rejecting.
Yeah, the horse is probably, what do you think? They're loading me up with cocaine all the time to run on a race. You know what you like to do when you do a lot of cocaine? Throw up.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
I think the horse is drinking, too.
What's that?
You never see horses drinking because they can't throw up. They don't know their limits.
That's a good point. They never do a shot of Jack. They're like, dude, I'd love to, but I can't. It smells great. I can't do it. Guess who it is, Ted? James, welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
James, are you sober or not sober?
Sober today.
All right, James, welcome to Big Dummy.
Thanks.
Okay, our men's room poll. You get to share one with a stranger. Are you taking underwear, sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords?
Assuming they're clean, I'll do the underwear.
I mean, we're assuming they're clean, man.
It's a stranger.
It's still just kind of weird. By the way, someone here on YouTube explains why horses cannot throw up. All right. So it says horses cannot vomit due to a combination of a strong cardiac sphincter, the acute angle of the esophagus entering the stomach, and a weak vomiting reflex. The very next comment on YouTube just says, nerd. And that's from someone who ends their name with gamer. I mean, wow. Nerd. All right, your question. What blues legend sang with U2 on the song When Love Comes to Town?
B.B. King?
You got it. One and done.
Look at that.
A lot of these today, man.
All right, before we let you go, true or false? Henry VIII's wife, Anne Boleyn, had only 4 fingers on one of her hands.
God, I hope it's true. Let's go true.
It's not, but you'll still feel good. She had 6 fingers on one of her hands.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to date her.
One of her hands.
Yep.
Oh,
The right one.
That'd be great.
It could be if she uses it. That's why he married her.
Yes.
She's ugly, but she got 6 fingers.
You know what I'm saying?
How about a high 6?
Hey, man, you dating that ugly woman with the 6 fingers? I sure am.
Did you got that dating finger?
Dating finger.
Gave us Big Dummy 206-803 round.
Called the close the deal finger. Hello, Jeff. Welcome to the men's room.
Close the door, the whatever finger. You girl, you Johnson,
Hola.
You girl and your Johnson.
Jeff, are you sober or not sober?
Team sober. I too am driving a semi truck, but I wish I wasn't on either one right now. But
Okay.
what are you gonna do?
All right, Jeff, you're going to share one with a stranger. You take an underwear, sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords.
God, 3 of those are like, which STD do you want to catch, or do you want identity fraud? Underwear.
Underwear.
All right, Jeff. Here is your question.
All right.
Wiccophobia is the fear of what?
Say wiccophobia?
I did.
Waking up?
Wiccophobia.
I'm trying to think, what's Wicca?
And Wick has nothing to do with it.
Wicca has everything to do with it.
Witches.
Yep, witches or witchcraft.
Oh.
All right, your question. Who wrote the book Jurassic Park?
Oh, God damn it. This is going to kick me. I knew that at one point. It's not Steven Spielberg because he directed the movies, but I'm going Steven Spielberg. I cannot remember his name.
I don't know.
Michael Crichton.
Oh.
Yep.
Heard that one.
God damn it.
Yeah,
They made a book out of that?
They made a book out of the movies.
That's
like,
wild.
It's Spielberg. Let me write this. By the way, he also wrote and directed the original Westworld movie. So the one that HBO kind of recreated.
Oh, I didn't know that was a movie. I'm dead serious now. I thought that was just a TV show.
No, that was a movie. Came out in like 73 or 74, but he wrote and directed that.
Ooh.
So he's all about, hey, this is what happens with science. Like, that's his whole MO.
I never finished the end of Westworld. Does that go bad?
I didn't.
Because the first
Did it go well at some point that I missed?
Well, some of it seemed fun, going back to Old West and getting gunfights and
the nudity was great.
Sleeping with hookers.
Boy, the nudity was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe I took
Sandy Newton. That's her name. Yeah, I mean, she was just like
I took it wrong. I was like, that looks fun.
Yeah, everything about it was wrong. Everything about that.
But they weren't real people, so the gunfight didn't make you feel bad.
Well, the people who entered in were.
I mean, but things still went wrong, man. I mean, terribly wrong.
I watched like the first 3 episodes, and I was like, how do I go?
All right, your question. Natasha Fatal and Boris Badenov are Russian spies on what TV show?
Yeah.
Natasha Fatal and Boris Badenov.
Is that Rocky and Bullwinkle?
It is.
Boom.
You got it.
Boom. Come on, guys.
Nice job.
See you, man.
Why does everybody keep calling me Boris?
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 round.
Big Dummy.
Hello, Matthew. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola.
Matthew, sober or not sober?
Sober.
Okay.
So bad.
Matthew, welcome to Big Dummy.
Steven Sober.
You're going to share one with a stranger, Matt. Underwear, sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords?
Password.
Password. All right.
What kinds of things are we going to find if we have your password?
Nothing.
Nothing. No deep pics.
Pornhub Premium.
All right, here is your question. Someone with podophobia. Podophobia has a fear of what body part?
Podo. Let's see. Armpit.
How about feet?
Butts?
Feet. It is right, feet. Who's scared of butts? Is there a butt phobia? I've seen everything about knees, beards, necks, ears. I've never seen a butt phobia, which tells me deep down, everybody's into that ass.
Butt phobia is real, dude.
Butt phobia. I got butt phobia, man. I can't walk behind people. Can't do yoga. Got butt phobia.
They hate escalators.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
I got butt phobia.
Can't watch football because of the center.
Oh, God, yeah, that would ruin it. All right, here's your question. What is the Jewish community celebrating on Rosh Hashanah?
Beef jerky time.
That I don't know.
New Year's.
New Year. This is back New Year's.
Yep.
Merry New Year. Want some beef jerky?
Is there a saying?
What's that?
Well, it's a Jewish holiday, but is there a
want
way
some
to
beef jerky?
Is there a way to say Happy New Year in like Yiddish or whatever?
Wouldn't that be Rosh Hashanah?
Is that what it means?
It might be what it means.
I didn't know if
think
it
Rosh
translated.
Hashanah just means New Year.
In Yiddish? I don't know.
You can say Happy Rosh Hashanah. Well, I guess people do say Happy Rosh Hashanah.
Happy New Year's.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Miles was kind of halfway in.
I know some of them people.
This is going bad. All right.
Like my kids.
I was trying to educate myself, but it's clearly
Both my daughters, my wives.
Yeah.
You know.
Celebrating that Rosh Hashanah.
That's right.
All right, your question: what band that's played on this station released an album titled OU812?
I know that OU812, Van Halen.
Boom.
Yep, got it.
Nice job. Too easy.
What was the song on that? Did they have a big song on that one?
They had those.
Because that was Sammy Hagar. 5150 was the first one with Hagar, and that album blew up.
I think Dreams might be on there.
What's the song from the Pepsi commercial?
Dreams.
No, that's Right Now.
Oh, that
the
is
piano?
right. Yeah, that's just right. Yeah, I think that's on there too. More of a Big Timmy coming up. 206-803 Rock.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
People sharing some of the worst advice they were ever given. So worst advice. When trying to figure out how to tell my boyfriend something difficult, my girlfriend said, "Why are you telling him? Just lie. He doesn't need to know." Another one. Amazon will never take off. Don't waste money on their stock. That was in the 90s. Thanks, Dad. And more. Do what you love and the money will come. That did not happen with me.
No, not necessarily.
No.
That's why people have hobbies. If you can get paid for your hobby, you'd probably parlay that into a job. The reason it's your hobby, because you ain't making money doing it.
At this point in your life, don't worry about student loan debt. You'll get a job and be able to pay it all back. Here's more of the worst advice that people were given. Get off the computer. Go outside. You're never going to be able to support yourself and have a job playing with a computer all day long. That from my mom. Told my ninth grade math teacher that I wanted to be a therapist. She told me I should consider being a hairdresser or working at a laundromat. I'm now a licensed therapist with my own practice.
Laundromat?
A laundromat.
I don't know.
That's got to be like back in the day. Like that just seems.
It's not like this lucrative career path that everyone fights for.
Right. Work in a salon or a laundromat.
Yeah. You should always be at least 5 minutes late to every meeting you get invited to so that people think you're really busy rather than thinking you have nothing to do. As you can imagine, this coworker who gave me that advice eventually told her they needed to find work somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
In high school, I went to the school counselor to ask how to get into college. She told me to forget about college and just marry as well as I could.
Jesus.
So I graduated college, started my own business, and married an engineer at the age of 50. My guidance counselor did the same thing.
What's that? What do they say?
He highly discouraged me from going to college.
Why?
Because he didn't think I was smart enough to go.
Okay.
But the bottom line was, I just was not interested in the high school curriculum. I did the high school curriculum, but those subjects were not subjects that I was actually interested in.
You didn't volunteer for them. They are presented to.
When I got into college and I was able to say, hey, this is what I would like to do, I was able to pick the curriculum that suited
your interest.
That degree.
And isn't it crazy? I bet you did well.
I did not like biology a lot. I loved geology.
Sure.
Both were in the same tier curriculum.
Yeah.
Whatever group they put in. All I needed to do was get like 4 credits or 6 credits in that one tier. So I would pick the things that I enjoyed in the classes that I liked. I graduated high school with a 2.7. I graduated college with a 3.6.
Yeah.
And
when
at the time,
people are interested in things, they put in more effort.
But I still am. I had an 8th grade English teacher, and at one point in time, I seriously leaned over to ask one of the kids in class a question about something I had a question on. All right. She was writing on the board or something.
Sure.
I didn't want to interrupt her. You know what I mean? She wasn't talking. So I just leaned over and asked the question. She turned around. She goes, because it made the person laugh, whatever I said.
Yeah.
And so she's like, Mr. Montgomery, do you think you're just going to spend your whole life talking and telling jokes? I was like,
yeah,
that's kind of what I want to do.
Well, that's the point, right? That was the goal, man. So, yeah.
What else? When I was in Boy Scouts, my scout leader said to always ride your bike against traffic so they can see you coming. That's a bad idea, folks.
That's what I grew up with. They would try to ride against traffic. And so you would do it as a kid. And my father was driving home from work one day. We went by each other, whatever. When I got home, he was like, what are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I saw you riding your bike. Again, I'm like, okay. He goes, why are you riding against traffic? I'm like, and honest to God, like every adult, every teacher, everyone at that time said to do that for that reason. They could see you. He's like, we can see you whether you're coming toward us or not. He's like, ride with traffic. You're going to die, dumbass. And after that, I rode with traffic.
When you're married and find other women attractive, just go get a prostitute. She'll do whatever you ask her to do, and you just pay her. That's another wise thing said by my grandfather.
Wow.
Our question, what is the best or worst advice you've ever given or received? 206-803-ROCK.
Just get a prostitute.
I mean,
wow.
Again,
I thought it would just say it means you're alive. You know, not
just because somebody's older and whatever. Like, that doesn't mean their advice is good.
No. That proves it right there. Hello, Kurt. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, guys. So, quick story of it. $7,000 investment, and now I'm making $200,000 a year.
What was your investment?
Starting my own business.
Okay.
All right. What kind of business are you in?
Pest control.
All right. That's a great bit. I'll tell you why. First of all, we don't have a lot of termites here.
Right.
Now, a termite treatment does get you a lot of money, but it's also a lot of work. All right. That's number one.
There's a lot of fugazi about termites in Seattle area, so we can get into that at a later date. But anyway. Yeah,
and also your chemicals. Once you get your license and you're able to go and buy those chemicals, the dilution rate on those chemicals is honestly a cup, sometimes to 5 gallons of water.
Sure.
So those are not as expensive, but they are effective. And you basically just go out, you have everything in the back of your truck, and you take care of business.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, did you start your own business by taking someone's advice or by ignoring someone's advice?
By taking. So, both. So I've been in the industry for almost 30 years, 28 years as of April, excuse me. And I was always told, hey, you've got this down. You should go do it. And it's like, I don't know if I got the money to do it. But then I was forced into it because I got fired from a company.
All right.
And I was like, all right, it's either rock bottom or the sky's the limit. And now I make 3 times as much money, and I spend half as much time in the field, and I'm a happy camper.
I bet.
How did you promote your company? Anyone can start a company, but now how do you get the word out to actually get customers?
Well, so I did like the Angie's List thing for a little bit, but basically I just got traction with clients referring me to other neighbors and family members and coworkers.
That is the best advertisement ever, brother.
Mm-hmm. Really is.
So it was grassroots. I had a great amount of support from my family and friends, and shout out to my buddy Dale, who talked me into it finally, because he was going through issues with his employees, and he said, I need a subcontractor, but to hire you as a subcontractor, you have to have your own company established. And I'm like, okay, so I jumped through the hoops, and next thing you know,
What's your company's name?
Renaissance Pest Control.
And what's your service area?
I do all of King County. I've had to cut out certain parts of King County lately because of how popular I am.
Why don't you hire another employee and get another truck?
I've already got another truck. I mean, I could do that, Miles, but then that's the next echelon of like going through more hoops to, provide benefits and
payroll,
insurance, and so it's going to increase my accounting costs at the end of the year. So I don't know.
Not only the gas, everything else, man. Insurance.
Yeah.
Well, sure. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If you hire an employee, then that whole world opens up for you.
What is the best or worst advice you've either given or received? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Eric. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
So I've been working as an AV contractor for the last 3 years professionally. And before that, I worked in various churches and did sort of like odd jobs in the same field. And I've seen a variety of skill levels in production management and the people working. But probably single-handedly, the worst thing I've ever seen, or the advice that I was given for a show setup was pertaining to one of the lighting towers. And for those who don't know, these things probably weigh anywhere between around 200 pounds and about 10 to 16 feet tall, depending on what kind of truss you use. And we have these big, heavy steel plates at the bottom and throw a bunch of sandbags on them to keep them stable during a show. And I was told by my production manager that the weight of the base plate didn't matter. Pretty much the issue that we had was we had a really tall, heavy lighting tower, and we had a base plate that was too small, and we couldn't get the thing to balance. So we're all scratching our heads wondering who put him in charge and why he's getting paid more than us. It doesn't understand the simple concept of if you have a tall, unstable object, you need a really big, heavy base plate at the bottom. So I guess we should have used cardboard ones. If the weight doesn't matter, why are we hauling these big, heavy steel plates around?
Well, at least you didn't learn from a bad accident. At least someone didn't get hurt.
Yeah, no one got hurt, but it was definitely the potential was there to set it up and leave it that way. But.
Well, look, man, there are a lot of jobs where you will question why the person you have to answer to is the person you have to answer to, right? I mean, we've all been there look, man, I recognize your position. We used to have an old boss like this, and I would straight up tell him, I have no reason to have to explain anything to you because you don't get it. I might as well speak Greek, right? You'd understand just as much, other than the fact I can't speak Greek. But I'm like, it's ridiculous. Look, nothing against you, man. You're not qualified to speak to me about this. And I'm not being mean, but find the person that can speak to me about this and let them get me in trouble.
Didn't you say when you were in culinary, or you're working in a kitchen, the chefs that would come in from culinary school, it's the same.
The mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Fancy food words on menus coming up with the head chef. Intense meat and potatoes. In the meantime, game is Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Nate. Welcome to the men's room.
Big Dummy!
Hey, ¿qué pasó, guys?
Hola! Nate, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sitting in high-five traffic right now, so I'm sober.
All right. Yep. Okay, men's room poll, you're going to share one with a stranger. Are you taking underwear, sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords?
Well, in some ways we all share a sexual partner with a stranger.
Well, it would be permanent.
Yeah, this is permanent.
Oh, in that case, then, yeah, all right, that changes things. I like what the other guy said. I think you do a toothbrush, and I'll just rotate the alcohol before I brush my teeth.
All right.
No. All right, here's your question. A city in what state is nicknamed Pretzel City?
Pretzel City.
Pretzel City. Yes, Ted. Based on where we're from.
I imagine someplace in the Midwest. Milwaukee?
No. Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania would be Reading, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that'd be Hanover.
I would have thought it'd be Hanover, too.
Huh.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, they make a lot of pretzels.
A lot of Dutch.
Huge German population.
Yeah, in your defense, though, you're not wrong with Milwaukee. Massive German
That's a good
population,
guess.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going with. All right. Interesting.
All right, your question. A joule is a standard unit of what kind of energy? Joule.
A joule?
Yeah.
I think that's electricity, right?
It is what form of electricity? It's specific, that's all. Because you got two different kinds. What's that?
Like AC or DC?
No,
direct?
Kinetic.
Kinetic.
So you have static, you have kinetic. It's specifically for kinetic.
Wow. All right.
All right, your question. Sculptor Auguste Rodin created what famous sculpture?
The Thinker.
Boom.
Got it. Impressionist.
Very good. Was he an impressionist? Mm-hmm. You know this, or you're just saying?
No, I went to a museum and saw the Impressionists. No, it was in Vancouver.
Is that impressionist? That sculpture?
It was from Monet to Dali, which is basically the time period. That statue is 6 inches tall. Do you know that?
That is what I've heard, right? Because growing
6
up,
inches tall.
You always saw the picture. I figured it was some massive thing, and I can't remember who saw it before you were telling me. I was like, dude, it looks like a bookend.
I was like, that's it?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the home run of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is the last thing. This is what you've been waiting for. You've gone through the IKEA. Now you made it out the door. Like, you've done the whole thing, and then there's that, and you're like, okay.
My brother said that about the Mona Lisa. He's like, you go to the Louvre, they got all this crap, and the Mona Lisa kind of has its own spot. He's like, it's like the size of a piece of paper. Mm-hmm. It's like it's just this teeny, tiny, itty-bitty.
Same with Plymouth Rock.
Yeah, I've heard that's kind of the worst on the list. We need to put together a list of things just not worth it.
Yep. Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
You know how you talk about Niagara Falls on the American side?
Yeah.
Not nearly that built up, but that's kind of what Plymouth Rock is.
So a bunch of souvenir shops and some
souvenir shops. I'll talk more trash on it now. Smith Family Popcorn got out of there. But, people kind of dressed up.
Like Ripley's Believe It or Not crap?
Not that big, but just think about Sensations, just souvenir shops.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it just,
It's like Donnie's Believe It or Not. Like, who's that? That way, he opened it. Hello, Sean. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Sean, are you sober or not sober?
Well, like the last guy, I'm sitting in I-5 traffic, so I'm definitely sober right now.
Are you headed north or south?
I'm going north, unfortunately.
Doesn't look too bad.
No, look, man, I got duped yesterday. My kid's going through his 8th grade graduation frickin' week. Anyway, our window looks directly out on the I-5 North. And I was telling Ted this morning, I'm like, man, it is clear as day. I'm just going to take the regular lanes. That was a mistake.
Correct.
Tonight, we are taking the express lanes, believe me.
Yeah, for sure.
That is and there's no reason for it. No reason.
No, absolutely not. If it's sunny, it's bad traffic. If it's rainy, it's bad traffic. If it's cloudy, it's bad traffic. Like, we can't figure out how to drive out here. It's weird.
But there's a point when you get to the Ship Canal Bridge, it just breaks up and everybody starts moving.
Yeah,
and
finally,
I'm like, what is happening? Why were we going so slow a minute ago? There's no reason for this. I don't understand it. All right.
I feel you, dude. I'm right there with you.
Well, hopefully this will prevent you from cussing for a while. All right, here's your question. What kind of animal is a clip springer? Is it a fish, reptile, bird, or mammal? A clip springer.
Clip springer?
Clip springer. That is correct.
And what were the choices?
Fish, reptile, bird, or mammal?
Clip springer. That almost sounds like a bird, but I kind of want to go reptile.
I will go bird.
Mammal.
Mammal.
Believe it or not, it's an African antelope. So you may have seen a clip springer when you were there.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
Me neither. That's why I asked.
Nice. Good question.
All right. What is the collective name for the countries of Sweden, Norway, and Denmark?
Oh, geez. Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. Yeah, geography is one of my worst subjects. I have no idea.
You guys have heard of this. Collective name. Lots of white people in Europe. Scandinavia.
Oh, Scandinavia.
Scandinavia.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Right.
I am Scandinavian.
You're Scandinavian?
Jesus. Come on, Sean.
Damn, man.
Come on, man.
Should have known that.
Come on.
Is it more Swedish, Norway, or Denmark?
Come on.
Damn, bro.
That shows how much I know.
Yeah. Well, now you know.
Are you from Ballard?
That means you have Sweden, Norway, or Denmark somewhere in your bloodline.
I'm Swedish.
Swedish.
Oh, Swedish.
Have you had any of the pancakes?
The Swedish pancakes? I've never had them. I've heard about them. What's the
So they're
difference?
delicious. And have you ever had a Finnish pancake?
No.
It's basically the same thing. I don't. But like those countries used to be all owned by Sweden and the king.
All right.
But Finland's like, no, it's Finnish. But I'm like, it's the same thing.
But it's the same pancake.
To me, yes.
There's something your discerning palate just can't quite figure out.
Sean, how authentic are the Swedish meatballs at IKEA?
They're okay, but it's still Americanized.
This guy doesn't even know what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
the
judging his.
Scandinavian guy.
Yeah, now we're going to judge him for meatballs?
Yeah. Can you understand what the Swedish chef is saying on the Muppets?
No, not at all.
See, not authentic.
You're not real, dude.
Yeah, we don't believe you anymore.
You like ABBA?
No, I'm not. I'm like an eighth.
1/8
It's in
Swedish.
my blood, but I'm American, baby. Let's go.
All right. Here's your question. What watch company did Mercedes-Benz partner with to develop the smart car?
The only one I can really think of is Rolex.
That'd have been my guess.
Casio.
Swatch.
Yeah.
Swatch, yeah. Well, they have digital watches.
You Swatch?
Yeah.
Mercedes and Rolex would have been a good combo, though.
That's my thought, right? Both high-end.
But I'm just thinking electric car, like Rolexes are always going to be a classic timepiece.
Right.
Yeah.
Classic timepiece. Huh?
Question 4, Sean.
It's not a watch.
It's not a watch.
When
It's a
you spend
classic
that much
timepiece.
money, it's a classic timepiece. Everything else is a watch.
Just like this thing I'm wearing right here.
What was that one of your dad's watches yesterday? I keep meaning to ask you. When you were talking, I was like, that's a nice timepiece.
It is a Timex.
It is Timex.
Yeah.
Takes a licking, keeps on ticking.
It's like $29.95.
Oh, it looks fancy.
Still works.
Yeah.
All right, your question. What smelly element is added to rubber to vulcanize it?
Oh gosh, I know this. Smelly element to rubber, vulcanize it. Gosh, I'm brain farting right now.
Its main attribute is that it stinks.
Sulfur?
Sulfur.
Sulfur. Gosh.
When you get those egg farts, Sean, that's what it is.
While we're talking about sulfur, what was sulfur originally known as?
Yep, once again, you got me. I have no idea.
You've heard this term. If you go to hell, it's a lot of fire and what?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, brimstone?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what.
That's it.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
what brimstone is, just sulfur. So the idea was you go to hell, it smells, well, like ass. So yeah, fire and brimstone.
I was thinking steamy stink. Or stinky steam.
Steamy stink?
Yeah, when I think sulfur, I think of it as like in the air and like a steam.
Steamy. Would you go to a restaurant called, would you order like a breakfast dish called the steamy stink?
No.
Really?
Not unless Mark Schlereth made it.
I walked in the team sauna one time when I was playing football in college, right?
All right.
I walk in, there's one person in there. It's the head coach.
Yep.
Okay. I'm naked. I sit down. I catch a whiff when I sit up on the top rung there because I want to get as much heat as possible. He must have laid down the most sulfur-ridden egg fart ever. He is the only one in there. And now I'm in there with the coach. And I can't say anything because it's the head coach. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude. I can't just leave. Like, God damn, man. What are you doing in here?
That should be a no-no. You can't.
He's the coach.
Fart in the sauna.
And I guess you're right. It's his program.
That's the difference, right?
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Adam. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Adam, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
All right, Adam, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, you're going to share one with a stranger. You taking underwear, sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords?
Password, baby. I'm poor. So I ain't getting nothing.
Okay.
All right. Here is your question. Talladega Speedway is located in what state?
Florida.
Alabama.
I got that one wrong, too. I also guessed Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I think Daytona's the biggest one in Florida.
Daytona's definitely the biggest one there. For whatever reason, I also thought Talladega was there, but nope. Alabama.
Sounds like Tallahassee. So
Talladega and Tallahassee. There you go. That's why, Ted. How about that? Suck it. Suck all upon it.
I mean, Tallahassee, Central Florida. I've been there. Probably closer to Alabama than what you think about Florida.
That is 100% correct, yes. All right, your question. In Roman numerals, what does the number D represent?
1,000.
That's an M. D is
500?
500. All right, your question. What female hero comes from Amphipolis? To give you a hint, Lucy Lawless played this character on a TV show.
Wonder Woman.
Xena.
Yeah, Warrior Princess.
Princess Warrior or Warrior Princess?
Warrior Princess.
That's the correct order.
Yeah, I had a thing for her for a while.
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah.
Question number 4, Adam.
I've never seen that. Oh, no.
Question number 4. Mass murderer Ronald DeFeo Jr. was the inspiration behind what novel and series of films?
Jason.
Hannibal Lecter.
13.
Amityville Horror.
Oh.
Which is why I'm like, I will never buy a home with barn windows.
Or just that barn design.
Yeah, that movie scared the piss out of me when I was a kid. All right, there, Adam. What is the term for a word that reads the same forwards and backwards?
Is that a palindrome?
Got it.
Boom.
Palindrome. Nice word.
How many palindromes can you name?
There's, let's see. There's Bob.
Mm-hmm. Bob, boob.
Mm-hmm. Boob.
I.
Noon.
Noon.
Poop.
Poop. Pop.
Did we say boob?
Pip. Yeah. Mom, dad. Then he gives other ones like level, radar, kayak.
Race car.
Race car.
Race car. That's why I always want to say NASCAR.
Yeah, you always say NASCAR. That's not,
It's race car.
Yeah.
Taco cat.
I mean, there's one I can't say. It starts with a T. I mean, if it's a bird.
Right. Tot.
Right. But you can also toot, tot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tug.
What?
No, forget it.
What did you say?
Move
tug?
on. Move on.
Give it a 6-finger tug. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
I got excited with the T words. I threw one out and had 3 letters.
Wow.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, yeah, wow. Tug backwards is gut. So there's tug. Keep eating glue, Billy. You're not missing anything. Hello, Kevin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Kevin, sober or not sober?
Not sober. Just got done golfing with the boys.
All right, man. How'd you shoot?
You know, we just played 9. I shot a 47, so I'm all right with it.
Yeah, that's good, man. All right. All right, Kevin, share one with a stranger.
Fog it up. Fog it up out on the course?
Absolutely, man.
Attaboy, all right.
Nice. All right, what are you going to share with a stranger? Underwear, sexual partner, toothbrush, or passwords?
Definitely going with password on that one.
Password. Okay. Where'd you play?
We played at Madrona Links in Gig Harbor.
Oh, nice.
It's a small course there.
Yeah, no, I'm up there all the time.
It would be kind of weird if I had somebody's password. Instead of just blatantly stealing money, I just order a bunch of stuff off their Amazon, send it to my house.
You know, you're right, because if I stole the money, it's not like I'm stealing your money to put in savings. I'm stealing your money to buy me stuff. Right. So you're right. Like, just cut out the middle. I'll leave your bank account alone, other than how I drain it with Amazon.
Kevin, next time you're up there, tell me you know Matt. See if you can play for free.
Absolutely. I'll do that.
Who is Matt? Did you throw some arbitrary name?
No, he owns the place.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Matt from the men's room.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I know Lou. No, Lou. Lou said I should play for free. All right. Here's your question. Barbara Gordon is better known as what character?
I'm going to go with Flash Gordon.
Barbara Gordon.
You know her.
Barbara Gordon.
Is that Dreamy? Genie? I Dream of Genie?
No.
Wonder Woman?
Commissioner's daughter.
Commissioner's daughter.
Batgirl.
Yes.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Should be Batwoman, but whatever.
Batwing girl.
That's just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
All right. How many times does Walter White blow up a car in Breaking Bad?
Blow up or destroy? Because he wrecked just as many.
The question was blow up.
Okay.
So I'm guessing it's
I'm going to go 3 times.
2.
Just 2 times. Okay. He blew a lot of stuff up in that show.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, your question. What color is the stripe on the 11 ball and pool?
Makes sense.
I'm going to go, it's red.
Boom.
Got it. Okay, very good.
Mike, I believe 9 is the yellow stripe. Because it's commensurate with 1, 2, 3, right?
Okay, yeah, I screwed
So you
up.
flip it 9, there you go.
Head chef on the way with fancy food words on menus with 10 meat and potatoes, and we get your emails coming up next in the men's room at KISW.com.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, one unlucky man is offering a piece of advice. If you have to smuggle scorpions in your pants, it's best to wear underwear. But first, one lucky man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin was the sole winner of last night's Powerball drawing. He won over 10... Whoop, whoop, Felix, what on earth was that?
What was what?
Just now you were screaming whoop, whoop, Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, sorry, man. That was my people alarm. It's been malfunctioning.
A people alarm? What is a people alarm?
Exactly what it sounds like, Stone.
It sounds stupid.
Okay, you know how some people have a car alarm or a home alarm? Yeah, I'm beta testing the people alarm for an added layer of security.
An added layer of security? You're just being disruptive. You're not beta testing a people alarm. You're just making this up.
Whoop, whoop,
Stop it.
Stone, I told you that I'm beta testing this thing, working out the bugs.
Felix, even if you were...
Whoop, whoop, Sorry, ma'am. My people alarm keeps malfunctioning.
Guys, we have a call from Happy Security. They'd like to talk to Felix.
What?
A woman from Happy Security's on the phone for Felix.
Well, put him on.
Hi, this is Isabel ringing from Happy Security. Is this Felix Foxworthy?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Felix. We've noticed that your people alarm has gone off 3 times in the last few minutes. We're calling to assist you. Is there an emergency?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah, no emergency.
Are you in any danger at the moment, sir?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah, my people alarm keeps glitching. Whoop, whoop, See what I'm saying?
Okay, I see. Hang on while I make a few adjustments.
Did she just put us on hold?
Or they are very proud of the wrong music.
So this people alarm business is a real thing.
That's what I was telling you, man. Happy Security was looking for volunteers to beta test it, so I signed up.
Why would someone need a people alarm? It doesn't make any sense.
Why do people carry pepper spray or a gun?
For protection, Felix.
That's not why I carry pepper spray and a gun.
Of course it's not, Bonnie. You are insane. But most people carry those things for protection.
And those are the exact people who should invest in a people alarm.
Hello, Mr. Foxworthy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, we've made a few adjustments on our side. Your people alarm is reset and should be good to go. We apologize for any inconvenience. Is there anything else we can do for you today?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah, I'm all good, thank you.
Okay then. Have a nice day.
So you're all sorted out now? We can get back to our broadcast?
That's what the lady said.
Finally. A man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin was the lone Powerball winner, winning well over 10... Forget it!
Whoop!
We will be back next hour.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks less?
Yay! Time for Who Sucks Less. Stephen Thrill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They always suck. It's up to us to determine out of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Yes, indeed. And we got the 3 stories as always. Let's start with the story that we brought up on the show, again, either earlier this week or late last week, but it involves an angry man, a 48-year-old man in Pennsylvania named Eric Pirwaski. He came home Tuesday after drinking all night, and his wife was not happy. That's crazy. I've never had that scenario. Anyway, she told him their marriage was over, and then they yelled at each other. And he said, quote, "If it's over, I'll tear the house down." So he went outside, climbed into an excavator, and began tearing into the house while his wife and 2 daughters were still inside. As you might imagine, the wife called 911. Now, fortunately, the police showed up before anyone could get hurt, but the damage to the house was pretty significant, again, because he was in an excavator. So a big chunk of the roof was torn down, and experts say the structural integrity is in question. Eric is now facing several charges, including causing a catastrophe, reckless endangerment, and disorderly conduct. His wife is planning to seek a protection from abuse order as well.
Come on.
Let's move on. Right here in King County. A King County jury, they returned guilty verdicts on all charges against a man who used stolen nurse identities to place unqualified workers in nursing homes. So David Njenga, he created a sham staffing agency in Kent called Heritage Medical Staffing. He then renamed it to ProMed Alliance Medical Staffing Incorporated. And he collected payments for what facilities believed were licensed nurses, but were instead imposter nurses using identities and credentials of real nurses that he had stolen. Now, many of the imposter nurses displayed a lack of basic health care knowledge, including how to take a patient's blood pressure or administer the correct medication. Additionally, Njenga kept most of that money for himself, paying the imposter nurses far below what real nurses would be paid. And the imposter nurses, they worked at long-term care facilities in several areas.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Fancy food words on menus coming up with the head chef and Ted's Meat and Potatoes, but first time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Jump right to the birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Sorry, Miles.
Guys, today is my son Mason's 18th birthday. Can he get the Dirty Germans wishing him a happy birthday and a fart montage? Thanks, guys. Love, Dad Mark, Mom Jennifer, and Sissy Elisa.
Yeah, it's your 18th birthday, so now you can actually go to the strip clubs. Maybe not to drink, but it doesn't matter. If you put out enough money, you can get yourself in a private room. And what happens back there, you know, who knows?
Yeah, the other good thing is now you don't have to feel bad when you lie to your porn sites and say, yes, I'm over 18.
Yeah, finally, you're telling the truth. I like that that's the barrier. Are you 18? Sure. All right, here's all the porn you want, kid.
It is unreal.
I know. Like, come on.
Yeah. Older brothers, I want to give a shout out to a ride of die Jessica.
Ride or die.
Oh, yeah, typo.
Who says ride of die?
That would be Maverick. A badass woman, an awesome person all around to hang out with and talk to. And as a special shout out, go check her out at Salon Rue in downtown Sumner. You guys should go there and get your hair did.
All right. I'll suck it, Montgomery.
She'll make you feel even more badass than you already are. For the request, how about the captain on what her and her fiancé can expect on their next vacation aboard the SS Guppy? Thanks, boys. That from Maverick.
Ooh, well, ahoy there. Well, if you're planning on vacationing on the old SS Guppy with the captain and the other mascots for your birthday, I can tell you exactly what you can expect. Chlamydia. We're talking the stinging, burning, off-color discharge chlamydia. Now, what you won't expect is how you got it or who you got it from. Now, the old Capitan doesn't want to name names, but if I were you, I would steer clear of Betty Crocker. Rumor is that her vagina's like a forest fire. It's burned acres of bush, but you didn't hear it from me. Crunch berries.
But y'all, today marks my 41st trip around the sun. Can I get some shotgun gets, an uh-oh lookout, and an owl hitting the window? You guys always lift my spirits after a crappy day of work. Keep on rocking. That from Bobby in Seattle.
Get!
Uh-oh, look out.
Gentlemen, today marks my 65th trip around the sun. I've taken the previous birthdays in stride. This one has hit me pretty hard, though. 35 years ago, my daughter was bit in the face by a Rottweiler. Ended up with a tear from her lip to her chin, but it did heal beautifully. Puts everything kind of in perspective. This is not the worst birthday of my life. I listen to you guys every day. Appreciate you beyond words. Miles, I would love a couple of dad jokes, if you've got them.
You got dog jokes?
Dog jokes or dad jokes? What do you want?
I mean, I'll take a dog joke.
I don't have one.
Oh. No, you don't have a dog currently.
Couple of dad jokes. No. What is a Pirate's favorite football club, Ted? What is a Pirate's favorite
Buccaneers.
Arsenal.
Oh, nice.
Jesus, come on.
Go Gunners.
Guys, a friend of mine, he fell in a coal mine back home.
Oh, yeah?
He suffered minor injuries. Another friend of mine changed his name to Bjorn yesterday.
So
he was Bjorn yesterday?
It wasn't Bjorn yesterday. Before crowbars were invented. Crows used to just drink alone at home.
Cheaper.
Double mark. Uh-huh. Grasshopper hops into a bar.
No.
Bartender says, "Did you know we have a drink named after you?" Grasshopper replies, "You have a drink named Bob?" And finally, a guy says, "I love this apartment. It has everything I need. How much is the rent?"
Oh, yeah?
Guy says, "Sir, this is a liquor store."
I could live here.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Couple of extra emails here from yesterday's program, the best or worst advice. Guys, when I was 12, my dad opened a brokerage account in my name with a small amount of money. The advice was, this is a go-to-hell fund. At some point in your life, you'll have a boss that you want to do something that you don't want to do. If you don't touch this money, and add to it if you can, this money will enable you to tell that boss to go to hell. I was very lucky in life, though, to have some great bosses. For me, I got laid off at about 48. I'm basically retired now at 50. Thanks for all you guys do. That from the Blue Devil in Austin, Duke, who says, "Ted, when are you coming to town?"
I got to get back down there. I haven't been there yet this year.
You're a big Austin fan.
I am. I have some good friends down there now. Not just my buddy Cobb, but it's like a whole little network.
Let's see here. Good advice. Ola, gentlemen, and Ted. Catching up on the podcast on my god-awful daily commute from West Virginia to D.C. Best advice I got during a mentor session earlier in my career. I was asked, "Why do you come to work?" I was working at a large company, and I think I started spewing out the benefits and the culture, blah, 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 blah. I guess I was drinking the Kool-Aid. My mentor stopped me mid-sentence and said, "Stop. You come to work to get paid. If they ever stop paying you, are you showing up for free and fun because the culture's great?" Made me realize my career, I need to look out for me because no one else will. Always appreciate you guys taking my calls and emails, Miles, because I live in WV. Always love hearing your native tongue. Take care, guys. That from Mitch, the Piano Man. More on advice.
Sing me a song, Mitch, the Piano Man.
Majola's catching up on the podcast. Want to share our motto, being married almost 34 years on D-Day, has been agree to disagree. Works every time. Take care of that from Julie and Lance in Kaiser, Oregon.
Kaiser.
Yeah. Subject is mascots. Ola Dinosaurs. Last week, you guys mentioned something about mascots. I got a mascot story for you. When I was 5 years old, my parents took my sister and I to Red Robin on Easter. It just so happened on that day, the restaurant's mascot, Red the Robin, was out and about.
Nice.
He was handing out balloons to children. Have you ever seen a picture of that guy with a joint in his hand?
Yeah.
Eyes bloodshot?
I have a photo with it from the original one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Everything was fine until Red decided to grow up my dad when we were leaving. Let's just say Mom was not happy and was demanding who was under that costume.
Oh, come on.
I'm not saying that we stopped going to the restaurant because of that incident, but the situation has become a bad inside joke. Someone in the family decided to make a dig about Red being absent when we go to Red Robin's. That from Lydia, a.k.a. Fireball.
You think he touched his Tower of Onion rings?
I don't know.
Or you think it was the bottomless fries?
Yeah, I was say something bottomless.
Subject is elk sausage. Ola Bacholas. Heard you all talking about elk sausages. D&D Meats in Mount Lake Terrace has a North Dakota sausage that is elk meat. It is the tastiest sausage I've ever had. Highly recommend it. Just thought I'd pass that along. Later, fellas, love the show. That from Morgan. I'll tell you what, man. D&D Meats is like being a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
meat candy.
Wow, man. That place,
Meat candy.
Rubs, sauces. I mean, you name it. They've got everything. It's amazing. And one more. As far as the last sibling is concerned, good day, Bacholas. Want to share a funny story about being the youngest and having no pictures like Ted. I didn't have many photos growing up. After my dad passed away, Mom had passed away years before, my sister-in-law shared a picture of me and my two older brothers on her page. People commented, "There are 3 brothers? I thought it was just 2.
Damn.
And get this, an uncle I hadn't seen in ages came up to me at the funeral, introduced himself as my dad's brother-in-law. I said to him, "I know, Uncle, but I'm a son. Thanks for all you do, guys. That from Sean.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Now, my restaurants, we just serve things that slither. We wouldn't use fancy words like this. It's a good list, though. Sometimes people just go because they want to be a fancy restaurant, blah, blah, blah. So you see terms like forage, locally sourced, infused, dusting. And some of them might actually be that. But a lot of them, you know what I mean? Like locally sourced. Like I get it. It's got to be from around that.
Sure, I get that.
A lot of them are just kind of using terms to make you pay more money.
Right. Use the clever term. Act like Shakespeare wrote it. Use those terms. Put it on your menu and charge more for the same crap.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, that's legitimately what it comes down to.
They kind of phrased it good. These said these are fancy food words that make you roll your eyes. All right. We got 20 of them. Or 18.
All right.
Last on the list, they have fresh cracked eggs. And as they say, as opposed to what? Now, for the most part, I think if you're in a restaurant, you don't have to say it because they're using that. But Miles will know this because I know we like the same style of hotel. If it's got that free continental breakfast, you're right in thinking
they poured it out of a cart.
Or right, they poured them out of a bag or they poured them out of a cart.
And that's not the worst thing in the world.
But it's understood because that's just a trough for the hundreds of people that take advantage. And you're like, cool. But at a restaurant, you don't have to say fresh cracked eggs. If you just say eggs, I assume that you have freshly cracked them.
Yeah, and look, I won't lie to you. I have egg beaters in my house right now. Sometimes I just kind of add them in because I need to be quick. But right, generally, if it's a restaurant, I assume somebody is cracking the egg.
And usually it's the reverse, where if they're using egg beaters, they'll put an asterisk next to their egg breakfast.
Yeah.
And if you follow the asterisk at the bottom, they'll let you know. But telling someone, hey, our eggs are fresh cracked, like, yeah, either you dropped it in whole or you cracked the goddamn egg.
It's only going to be from egg beaters, typically if it's scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right. What else are you going to pull off, right?
You know it's going to be that.
But I'm with you. Fresh cracked eggs. Like,
But
what did he
again-
crack it yesterday? He's just been hanging out?
Just added 75 cents to that menu item.
Yeah. And it sounds good. I get it.
But that's also, I don't know about you, but anytime I use eggs at home, they are fresh cracked eggs.
Yeah. Can he one-hand it like I do? I've never seen this one. Freshly dug potatoes.
I've never seen that either.
I haven't seen that.
I guess it's as fresh as you could be. We just dug it up.
Well, if you say it's Washington or Idaho potatoes, I'm assuming it's going to be as fresh as it can be based on proximity.
Yeah, it's as fresh as we do it in this country, right?
Right. And again, they're saying this list just makes you roll your eyes, right?
Yeah, that would make me roll my eyes.
Now, this one we know, Thrill, you worked in some nice restaurants too. Mm-hmm. Market price.
Yeah, well,
that just depends on the day, and it's usually going to be like
seafood,
right? Like crab legs.
9 times out of 10,
fish,
it's seafood,
lobster.
and it is understood because seafood is like the stock market, where every day the prices go up and down. Honestly, where we're at now, they might put that on a hamburger. Yeah, honestly, just because the cost of beef's going way up. So there's one of two things you can do. You can buy a crappier beef and keep your hamburger the same price, which is what happened a lot during COVID. So a lot they kept the menu, but the food tastes like crap. That's why, to keep the price point the same, that it's got lower quality, whatever, right? But beef at this point is just going through the roof. I don't know if it comes down, but when you start seeing market price on standard things like a burger, a Philly cheesesteak, like that's when
just know it's going to be expensive. That's what it tells me.
That is what it means. Yes,
artisanal.
That one
is that like bread.
Anything can be artisanal.
Put it on everything. And again, because artisanal, if fresh cracked eggs get you 75 cents, if I'm doing a menu, I'm like, hey, guy, just say artisanal. Now we can charge probably $1.75 to $2 more for that particular plate.
All right.
Because it's artisanal.
Correct.
Which means nothing.
Right. Basically just means dude made it in the back. They didn't buy it prepackaged.
That's it.
You know what's funny, though? I don't do that at home.
What do you mean?
Like, I would never... I just feel like if you have a dip or something, you go like, yes, I made it. Or you go, I bought it at Costco.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's
because
artisanal.
I made it, I wouldn't
it's
go,
artisanal.
It's artisanal.
Your
sausage
artisanal
dip.
sausage dip, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one, cauliflower steak. We all know the same one guy that would order this. I've seen him order it before. I mean, if you don't eat meat and you want a steak, I guess that works.
No.
Mike, we can only be so judgy. I have shared cauliflower buffalo cauliflower bites
This
of
is
you.
not judging the person who orders it. Because, look, if you like what they have on the menu, order that thing. My judgment is for the restaurant.
Yeah, but you got to call it like a steak. I think you can't just say, like, we got a patty, I got a cauliflower.
Why not? I mean, because that's what it is. And if you like cauliflower, and if you just don't eat meat and you do like cauliflower, like, bro, it's cauliflower patty. Steak refers to meat.
And again, am I the only one that does this? I refuse to eat cauliflower itself, right?
I mean, you need to at least steam it.
But I don't know. Maybe it's too white.
You don't eat it raw in a vegetable tray?
No, like, I don't know if you ever noticed when I'll go get chicken.
Too white, like as in people, or too white as in physically?
I don't know, because I love broccoli. I had broccoli and chicken today for lunch, but I scoop out the cauliflower. Yet.
What?
Yes, it's all in one melody. I get rid of that cauliflower. But I will eat cauliflower rice. I will eat cauliflower.
You just don't like the taste of it?
Well, look, it's different, man.
I don't know if it's a mental block. I just refuse to eat regular cauliflower, but if you turn it into something else, I'll eat it.
But I'm that way with tomatoes for the most part. Like, I can eat tomato if you have it, but like, I will eat ketchup. I will eat any kind of marinara sauce, right?
Yeah.
Salsa, where it's just chopped up freaking tomatoes, but if you just put a tomato slice, I'm like, no.
You said because it's too white, as in it's an albino broccoli, or because you don't like white
I don't
food?
know. Like that mixture, I always go down there. It's onions, broccoli, carrots,
had it.
and
It's
then the
delicious.
cauliflower.
Yeah.
And I pick out the cauliflower. But I literally will go home tonight and probably eat rice cauliflower with my dinner. I'm a psycho. All right, I didn't look this one up. You're gonna have to help me on this one. AMUSE.
AMUSE.
Amuse?
Amuse bouche?
Amuse-bouche?
Oh,
Amuse-bouche?
Amuse-bouche.
What the hell is that even? I don't even. We would never say that.
You weren't born in the 70s. You don't know.
Isn't that basically an appetizer at like a wine dinner or something like that?
We wouldn't do it at Slither. Amuse-bouche?
It has to do with wine. I know that. I did a show that was a wine fete one time. and they had
Typically, it
amuse-bouche.
just means like it's just a small hors d'oeuvre at the beginning of the meal at a fine dining. In other words, it's an appetizer.
Pickled vegetables.
Yeah. Right. And we throw it on a cracker, but and when it's a amuse-bouche, we have now, I'm going to say that one gets you at least $3.50 more per order.
I couldn't take a girl to dinner and order that.
I think that's complimentary, though.
Let's see. Again, this fancy food words that kind of make you roll your eyes. Open-faced.
Well, that's just telling me that the sandwich is open.
Yeah. I mean, that's it can be a sloppy Joe. It can be a turkey sandwich. Like, to me, that's not fancy. That's literally you're just telling me how to serve it.
It's a turkey
Handhelds.
sandwich, but it's open face.
What?
Handhelds. Like back in my day, you had
like a
burgers and
slider?
sandwiches. Now it's here's our handhelds.
But again, I could charge a standard cheese. Say the cheeseburger's $5. If it's called handhelds with the little squirrely cursive up top, now it's $7.50.
Is that a result of that whole hot dog as a sandwich debacle?
No, I blame John Taffert and Bar Rescue and stuff, and convincing everybody like, oh, you can make it seem nicer and fancier if you use this. So that's why.
But there's also the disappointment. When you get it, you're like, well, Jesus Christ, dude, it's a hamburger. It's not a handheld.
I could fathom if you have your burgers and your sandwiches together, calling them all handhelds, maybe.
Sandwiches.
Right. I would just have a sandwich section and a burger section. And also, don't call something a wrap if it comes out on flatbread.
Who does that?
I'm not going to say.
Okay.
But I'm still pissed. It was still 10 years ago. Farm to table. Sounds fresh, but as they say, there's a lot of gray area here.
BS. It is not farm to table. It means you bought from a local farmer. Typically, it just means you bought from a local farmer, which is cool. So maybe it's your produce, maybe it's your cheese and dairy. But there's still the process before we're going to serve it to you. We're not, RFK Jr. We're not just giving you raw crap. It's like, yeah, there is a process.
No, we carved it off Bessie in the back.
Right,
Now,
exactly.
these two kind of go together. Curated. Like, this is a restaurant.
It's not curated.
Not a museum. And then the next one, melody. So it's not curated, just whatever it is. Compote.
Jelly.
Yeah. As they say, it's probably just everyday jam.
Yeah, but in the end, if I call it compote, one, even the foodie, and that's what kills me about foodies, like, shut up. You like words. It's not about, we all like food. And even some of the food you like, we might also like. But you like food because of what it is called as opposed to what it is. Because if you knew what it was versus what it's called as a foodie, you'd be pissed that you wasted so much money to eat a completely normal freaking meal.
Foodie to me just means I could spend a lot of money on fancy meals in restaurants, but I'm probably not the best cook.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I watch these barbecue guys all the time that would never identify as a foodie, but they are supreme foodies.
They know exactly what they're talking about.
Foam. Used to be just for coffee. Now you can have foam on everything. And these are some fancy food words to make you roll your eyes. This one, we've all hated for years. Deconstruct it. Just
We're
say
too lazy to do it.
Yeah, you know what? You ever go to a Euro shop? You can get a Euro or a Euro plate, not a deconstructed Euro.
Isn't that what I was thinking? A poke bowl.
Yeah. It's deconstructed.
Deconstructed sushi, you're right.
Yeah, I know.
We're not going to do it.
Now there's these shops that have sushi and it's like in a tube. And it's like, oh, it's like a push pop. Look, you can't. I'm with you. Come on.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Handcrafted, as they say. So just iced tea that you made, not from a jug. This one I love. Seasonable vegetable. Always seems to be asparagus or broccoli.
Always in season, Ted.
Mm-hmm. Seasonal fruit, which always seems to be melon and grapes.
Always in season.
And berries.
And then Miles inadvertently said this at the beginning of the show. Hand cut. I know those are hand-cut French fries, but like there had to be a knife involved.
Yeah.
All they're saying is it's a potato that's been cut instead of the frozen variety.
He didn't do it with his fingers.
No.
And guess what?
And it's not using a knife. He's just putting it through the smasher.
You put it through the smasher with the grain on the bottom. Should be hand pumped.
Look, and he comes with a compote foam.
Hey, brother, suddenly, but they're pommes frites with a compote foam. It is $35. Get some goddamn French fries with jelly on them.
I serve pommes frites with a bechamel sauce.
Oh,
fromage.
look at you.
On top of that.
Yeah, fromage, not cheese. Fromage.
Coming up at 5:08, we'll drink a toast for the shot of the day. You are listening to The Men's Room.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, one unlucky man is offering a piece of advice. If you have to smuggle scorpions in your pants, it's best to wear underwear. But first, one lucky man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin was the sole winner of last night's Powerball drawing. He won over 10... Whoop! Whoop! Felix, what on earth was that?
What with what?
Just now you were screaming whoop! Whoop! Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, sorry, man. That was my people alarm. It's been malfunctioning.
A people alarm? What is a people alarm?
Exactly what it sounds like, Stone.
It sounds stupid.
Okay, you know how some people have a car alarm or a home alarm? Yeah, I'm beta testing the people alarm for an added layer of security.
An added layer of security? You're just being disruptive. You're not beta testing a people alarm. You're just making this up.
Whoop, whoop,
Stop it.
Stone, I told you that I'm beta testing the thing, working out the bugs.
Felix, even if you were...
Whoop, whoop, Sorry, ma'am. My people alarm keeps malfunctioning.
Guys, we have a call from Happy Security. They'd like to talk to Felix.
What?
A woman from Happy Security's on the phone for Felix.
Well, put him on.
Hi, this is Isabel ringing from Happy Security. Is this Felix Foxworthy?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Felix. We've noticed that your people alarm has gone off 3 times in the last few minutes. We're calling to assist you. Is there an emergency?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah, no emergency.
Are you in any danger at the moment, sir?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah, my people alarm keeps glitching. Whoop, whoop, See what I'm saying?
Okay, I see. Hang on while I make a few adjustments.
Did she just put us on hold?
Or they are very proud of the wrong music.
So this people alarm business is a real thing.
That's what I was telling you, man. Happy Security was looking for volunteers to beta test it, so I signed up.
Why would someone need a people alarm? It doesn't make any sense.
Why do people carry pepper spray or a gun?
For protection, Felix.
That's not why I carry pepper spray and a gun.
Of course it's not, Bonnie. You are insane. But most people carry those things for protection.
And those are the exact people who should invest in a people alarm.
Hello, Mr. Foxworthy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, we've made a few adjustments on our side. Your people alarm is reset and should be good to go. We apologize for any inconvenience. Is there anything else we can do for you today?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah, I'm all good, thank you.
Okay then. Have a nice day.
So you're all sorted out now? We can get back to our broadcast?
That's what the lady said.
Finally. A man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin was the lone Powerball winner, winning well over 10... Forget it!
Whoop!
We will be back next hour.
All right, we go to Tarrant County, that's in Texas, where a jury found a Lake Worth, Texas man guilty of DWI for operating a vehicle while under the influence on high levels of drugs. One Brian Moore, 60 years old, he was sentenced to 2 years probation. Now, another driver captured video of Moore's gray Ford Edge running over a median and smashing into multiple cars at an intersection before driving away at a high speed and continuing to drive erratically until crashing into cars stopped at a red light several blocks away. Well, the Tarrant County Criminal District Attorney's Office, they said Moore damaged 8 other cars. Now, he told police he was on his way to the pharmacy when he got sidetracked and ended up on Crowley Road. And his pastor then testified at the sentencing, confirming that Moore has since been to rehab. He's gotten his dependency under control, and thanks to that testimony, he got probation instead of putting his ass in jail. It's Texas. Come on. But the question is, what was Brian high on when he crashed into not 1, not 2, not 3, but 8 cars? Was it Xanax? Was it Ambien? Was it weed? Or was it shrooms? So Xanax, Ambien, weed, or shrooms? Oh, my.
As far as addictive nature goes, dependent nature on it, I'm leaning Xanax on this one.
All right, makes sense. Keep in mind, it's Texas, so never mind, everything is addictive.
Yeah, weed is addictive over here.
What was the second choice? The sleeping one, right?
Ambien.
I think he's on Ambien.
Okay.
He just keeps taking it.
You said he was on his way to the pharmacy?
He said he was on his way to the pharmacy.
That tells me he didn't have Xanax or Ambien. He was going to pick it up. He was on weed.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, what was this guy on? Xanax, Ambien, weed, or shrooms? We'll find out next.
Oh, you son of a whore.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, count of it to 5:08. We'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out with Mike Hogg and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. A new study found that hunger makes your brain picture food more vividly, especially in the taste. Right.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
That's why you never want to go to the grocery store hungry, because you can actually see it.
Right. Everything looks good when you're hungry.
Right. Just pushing on that button a little bit harder. Like
maybe you will make that cauliflower, you know? So that happens to me. Like, I'll eat that. No, I won't.
Wonder how hungry Ted needs to get in order to just eat plain cauliflower.
I mean, look, I'll eat a piece of it tomorrow. It's just weird that I just refuse to eat it in its own natural form.
Yeah. If you can taste it, I understand.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're like, oh, dude, try it with cheese. I'm like, I like cheese. I don't need cauliflower to ruin my cheese experience.
I won't defend cauliflower other than to say it can get better.
Yeah, buffalo sauce.
But cauliflower,
sure.
But cauliflower in the medley? No, I don't
need it there.
I don't knock you for a moment for kicking that guy out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like broccoli's taking I bring my white cousin.
Jolly White Giant.
Jolly White Giant. Yeah, like Oh, we have enough.
Bring him a white cousin.
Do we need the medley too?
No, sorry. He's visiting from town. I got to bring him in.
Here for a little while.
My mom's yelling at me.
I know. He's on meth.
And there's a lot of him.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of him in here. There's a scientific explanation as to why alcohol makes you reach for things like chips instead of candy.
Because you're dehydrated? You want salt?
Yeah, probably.
You're not working on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Ted, I was late. Like, I'm not working on this, man. It was a headline.
That is true. Like, if you're out boozing, like, salty snacks are just better.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but if you're crossfading, it all sounds good.
Yeah, well, right, then, yeah. You want to eat the chips, then a piece of pizza, and then end it with some ice cream.
That's right.
Yeah, just destroy the stomach.
Just kind of I'm hitting the whole palate here, guys. Hang on. A rare meteorite has been discovered that hints at a moon-sized lost world that once existed in our solar system.
Wait, what?
A rare meteorite has been discovered that hints at a moon-sized lost world that once existed in our solar system.
I bet it's that dog.
Isn't that the asteroid belt, essentially?
It depends where they found it.
Yeah, I have no idea where they found it. Meteorite, so doesn't that mean it's on the ground?
Yeah, meteorite means it already hit.
Yeah, so it's here. They found it. And
then nothing to worry about.
No, we're good. No, once existed. It's gone.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it probably got slingshot out here.
Interesting stuff. All right.
Yeah. Put your thinking caps on, gents. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. I give you guys a 10% chance of success on that one, and it feels generous. It's an adjective brought to you by the letter R, anybody's game. As a synonym of aromatic, the word can describe something that has a noticeable smell without specifying the scent, but more often it is accompanied by, of, or with, and means full of a specific fragrance.
Starts with an R?
And it's a verb.
Repugnant?
Adjective. Repugnant, I like it, but that's not the word there, Miles. It's a synonym of aromatic, and it can be used to describe something that has a noticeable smell without specifying the scent, but more often it is accompanied by, of, or with, and means full of a specified fragrance.
Man.
The word is redolent.
Oh, never heard.
No, never heard of that.
Redolent. Yes, now you all know something. Lifting weights less than just 2 hours a week was linked to a lower risk of death from heart disease and dementia.
Again, yes, you're exercising.
I can just keep moving.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say this, but you know what? As long as I need to, just keep moving. I feel like we actually do a really good job here in Washington State. We have a fairly healthy state.
Yeah, we do. We really do.
Yeah, Washington State always does pretty well.
Yeah, just keep moving.
But there is a difference between walking, keeping moving, and then physical strength.
Yes.
So as far as later in life goes, balance, all these things, you need to be stronger. You need to have a little bit more strength than you need.
Correct.
Walking and all that stuff is great for your cardio, and it's great for your heart, but you need strength. You really do.
You do.
Especially when you get older, because you're losing muscle.
Yes. That's why I want to be 90 years old being able to deadlift 300.
Yeah.
Just shock everybody at the gym. Let's see here. Scientists have discovered a vast hidden structure beneath Antarctica's ice.
It's a freshwater lake, isn't it?
Probably. It's
a structure?
It's a structure.
But not
a structure.
Not a man-made structure, just
a structure.
To me, structures are always man-made.
Right?
Typically, if you say a structure, I assume man-made. There are structural things that are not man-made, right?
Right.
But when you say we discovered a structure, that is exciting. If it's a natural structure, it's less exciting.
Right. Right.
In this particular scenario.
A structure, to me, I agree with you guys, is constructed.
Yeah.
It's something that was made. Now, yes, nature makes rocks, but don't call that a structure.
It's a structure to the universe.
I would call that a formation. If it's natural, I would call it a formation.
Yeah, I would too.
You know what I mean? Meta is now selling subscriptions for Instagram Plus for $3.99 a month.
For what?
Instagram Plus. I don't.
What do you get with Instagram Plus?
Does it come with boobs? I don't know.
Do you get like more reels or something?
Right.
You probably get more exposure in other timelines.
It could be no ads, no sponsored content. Yeah. But even then, they're still going to screw you over. I guarantee you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, the first year you'll be that way, but then it'll just start working. Well, no. This one's for the extra premium Mega Plus that don't get this. Tasting Table recently released an article that teaches us how to spice up those frozen French fries.
The Men's Room Top 10.
Oh, yeah.
The Men's Room Top 10.
Real quick, I know it's not going to be on the list, but shout out to our guy Luke down in Australia. That chicken salt is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Really good. 100%, dude. Yeah, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel of the Men's Room Top 10 list here as we found the 10 canned ingredients that will upgrade frozen fries. Do you guys usually do anything with your frozen fries? One, what kind of frozen fries do you get? And two, Do you just eat them plain? Do you throw any kind of a seasoning on them? Do you mix them with
Actually,
anything
my
like
buddy
that?
Jesse, a couple weeks ago, he got frozen waffle fries.
Okay.
And then we got some feta and other. Basically, we made like Greek fries at home.
Nice.
Okay. I dig it.
Old Bay, if you like it. They have an Old Bay seasoning salt.
Nice.
Which is too salty because Old Bay's
already salty.
Yeah, so you really need that. But.
I'm with Miles though. Generally, if I make them in my air fryer, I'll toss them in a bowl with like Old Bay and pepper.
No.
And the air fryer has changed the game on the frozen fries.
Yes, it
Correct.
is.
For me, it was, we were always baking them when I was a kid, and that counted tater tots, and I would try to season them, but it doesn't stick. I remember I got so jealous when I was working in kitchens because I'd see that they'd have them in the bowl, so I tried it in the bowl after I baked them. It's like, why isn't it sticking? And then my brain activated and I figured it all out, but the air fryer has absolutely been a game changer on
Yes, they actually are crisp now.
Right.
They're not warm and
got a little
floppy.
So these are canned ingredients that will spice up those frozen fries. At the very back of the list, they go with shredded sauerkraut. They're somewhat French fries are somewhat heavy and fatty. If you want a balanced dish, you need something that's going to cut through all that heaviness. That's where canned shredded sauerkraut comes into play.
I've never even heard of that.
I like sauerkraut, so I would try that. But again, I'm
sure it's fine.
You're making the commitment to stay home.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had the combo when I've been at like a ball game, and then some of the sauerkraut fell off my dog onto my fries.
Like I
and all
said, I'm
that.
sure it's fine. I just don't know that'd be my go-to move for all of my fries.
It's overwhelming. The taste of sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Well, don't pile it on there. Mix it in a little bit.
Man, it's wet.
Yeah.
I don't want to put wet stuff unless it's warm.
At the end of the day, then you're just eating potatoes.
Well, I mean, like if you do a poutine and put gravy on top, that's one thing. It's warm.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
I have definitely grabbed a handful of sauerkraut, squeezed it, and then put it on top of something.
Okay. That makes sense.
But I mean, I'm just cooking at home for me, so I don't mind putting my hands in the kraut.
Do you squeeze it into the jar or into the sink?
Into the sink. Good. I would squeeze it back into the jar.
You got to save all that flavor.
Save that juice.
Creamed corn.
Ew.
Cream corn.
Oh, my God.
Put that on a bed of
Is
fries.
this from the Midwest or something? Where's this list from?
That is wild. I will try that, man.
No.
Why not?
Because
it's carb on carb violence.
Because canned cream corn is relatively thin. It almost works like a gravy, providing a nice saucy topping for your fries. Plus, its subtle
it's
sweetness
not like gravy.
Works well with the inherent saltiness of fries, making for a nice balance of flavor.
I think it would. Look, it sounds insane, but I would like to try it.
Yeah, I'd give it a go.
But you never had a piece of corn with potato salad?
Yeah, but there were two different things.
But I see what he's saying. Okay, but they're still on the same plate.
Yeah. Doesn't seem that crazy that potato and corn, get
corn
down
on the cob
together.
and potato
They
salad.
get down together, but I don't want it like smothering my fries.
Right.
Like that corn gravy they're talking about.
Ted's kind of doing it backwards here. That's corn with like a cream potato. Chicken. There's one canned ingredient that we always like to have on hand. It's canned chicken. It may not be chicken in its delicious form. Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know about that part.
All you got to do is open the can and add the contents to your cooked fries, and you have a hearty meal waiting for you.
Here's another one you could do that I stole from the Irish. They have these things called spice bags.
Spice bags.
So it's like you go get it like kind of at the end of the night or whatever, and it's just a bag with like chicken like nuggets or chicken like little chicken fingers and then fries, bunch of seasoning, and then they serve it with like a curry sauce and something else.
All right.
But like sometimes I'll do it at home. I'll just air fry like some little nuggets or something and put them on top of the fries.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dig that. Right behind it, they go with salmon or tuna.
Oh, my God.
Fish fries.
Is this English?
I don't know, man.
It could be. They put tuna on their baked potatoes.
It's from Tasting Table, so I got to see where these guys are at here.
Oh, it's a tasting table.
Tasting Table.
Tasting table, isn't it?
Jesus Christ, man. This is like things you should do on a bet.
No kidding.
I swear to God, though, the English are the only people I knew that mix tuna with potatoes.
That doesn't say anything about
whatever
it
you
English.
like.
Yeah.
Or as they would say, a jacketed potato.
A jacketed potato.
Yeah, so you can't call it a baked potato?
Tomato paste. Mixing it with your fries. Again, these are the canned ingredients that'll upgrade
Just
frozen
the
fries.
paste.
Just the paste.
I keep forgetting we're going with canned ingredients.
Yes.
So it's basically like you're out of ketchup.
Right.
Just
and
put
you
some-
just can't eat these bland old fries.
Jesus.
A little tomato paste.
Tomato paste. All right.
I suppose it kind of plugs in for ketchup, but in the saddest way.
No, not really.
In the saddest way possible.
Yeah, and like to me, you're teetering on a marinara, but you generally wouldn't put marinara with potatoes.
Yeah. Ted, if we're going full English, what are we putting on those fries? Beans. Baked beans. You're absolutely right.
What'd you say?
I said vinegar. But you're right, cans.
Well, cans, and he said breakfast.
Yeah.
May think of baked beans as an ingredient that's reversed for toast or a side of barbecue, but it turns out that it pairs well with frozen fries. It says it can help bulk up your spuds and turn them into a whole meal since they offer plenty of protein per serving. Plus, bean sauce can add delicious richness to your plate. I believe that. I've also seen jacketed potatoes that they put beans in as well. They put beans in everything.
I was going to say, generally, I watch, because I follow a guy that makes potatoes in England. And people are always like cheese, beans, and tuna. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
That's a weird combo.
Yeah, they're a weird folk.
Yeah.
They go with corned beef hash.
All right.
Well, it's already got potatoes in it.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Good call. So this just thickens up the potato presence.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. I've seen corned beef hash just served on hash browns.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm with you.
All right.
How about
this list seems desperate.
Well, we're talking about canned foods to put on fries.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I feel like I've hit rock bottom.
I told you, we scraped the bottom of the barrel for this top 10.
You did. You know what? You did start with that.
All right.
Like, I was desperate to grab this guy. Just like you're desperate to grab them smoked oysters to spice up your frozen fries.
I mean, look, I like smoked oysters. I can't imagine just dumping them on my fries. Like, eat up.
I don't know if I would dump them, but I think if I was eating fries with a fork and I would add like one smoked oyster to a mouthful, I think that would be an interesting combo.
That would be okay. That'd be okay.
Yeah, not the worst, and I'm not saying that I'd be like, man, rack up the smoked oysters. We got the Ore-Ida tonight.
Ore-Ida and smoked oysters, baby.
Damn it.
I mean, that would be one of those things. If I called you and like, what are you eating? You're like, smoked oysters on air fried potatoes, but everything all right?
You're right, bud. Did you gamble too much again?
Didn't have ice cream.
Black beans.
All right. Yeah.
They're not my favorite beans.
I love black beans. I just wouldn't put them on my French fries.
Yeah, Mike hates black beans.
SOB.
Of course he does.
Like the pinto beans.
Yeah.
That's where I get down.
I mean, again, if I put baked beans on there, why not black beans?
Because there's a different taste.
Very different.
But if I put black beans on there, I would also add salsa, guac, and hot sauce.
Okay.
Right.
Yep. Now you're talking.
Exactly.
Right. Now
I'm
making
talking Mexican nachos.
Yeah.
I just
Or
Irish nachos.
Irish. Yeah, it does make sense because the nachos actually are Mexican.
It's just there's a very popular Mexican restaurant in this area that I go to that because the wife really likes it and they only do black beans and I just
drives you up a wall, huh?
I hate the black beans, dude.
All right, I like them.
They're not the worst, but doggone it, I wish they were refried or pinto beans.
Yeah, fair.
Chili. That to me is the first good answer that they've had all day is just putting straight up chili on fries.
That's a hearty meal, but I could get down with it.
Yeah. You ever had just straight chili fries?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All day. They go with Spam.
Ew, man. Come on. I mean, just come on.
Yeah. I mean, I like Spam, so I can see it. It's already salty. You got the fries.
Is this from The Onion?
No, it is not. This is from tastingtable.com, Miles.
Okay.
This is another welfare check meal. How you doing, buddy? All right?
Yeah.
I know that you're eating Spam and fries over there. You okay?
You get groceries?
You're going to pull it in, man. Diced green chilies.
Well,
All right.
That would not be a terrible idea.
No.
That would not be a terrible
Those aren't a terrible, and that's not a terrible canned food just to have in your pantry or your cabinets to begin with.
I don't know that I've ever had diced green chilies in my cabinet. I don't know what I would use them for.
I keep them in there just because sometimes you have recipes that need them.
Okay.
I'm not going to buy green chilies and dice them.
Yeah. Hell no.
I ain't got time for that.
And then this is the last and final canned ingredient that's going to upgrade those frozen fries all the way to the top. Because it's in Canada. It's gravy.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever had poutine.
I don't know that I've ever had canned gravy. I've had it out of a jar.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it,
Canned gravy.
Canned gravy.
Yeah, think about it. Like, I'll buy those little glass jars of gravy that are pre-made. I don't know that I've ever been like, oh, sweet, I have an extra can of gravy.
Oh,
Must be
yeah.
an English thing.
Signature Select Gravy Beef.
All right.
Campbell sells a chicken gravy.
Oh, a chicken gravy.
Do they have possum gravy?
Oh, Libby says a country sausage gravy.
All right.
All right. I mean, yeah.
Kroger's country sausage gravy. Which would a sausage gravy work on fries?
Probably.
I mean,
it's just pork.
Right?
Gravy on top of fries.
The one that they have looks like a chicken gravy. Like I feel like on poutine, it's either like a chicken or a beef gravy. But
I feel like any gravy you put on fries is probably good.
Yeah, you're
right?
probably and sausage gravy goes with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. A woman in Virginia is suing Outback Steakhouse, and it's all about the potatoes, Miles.
Why is it about the potatoes?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, we've made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve with Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast the Talking Birds Theater Group of Coventry, England. Now, earlier this week, the folks at Talking Birds, they planned a screening of the film It Takes a City. Now, It Takes a City is a film about bomb disposal crews working in Coventry during the 1940 German Blitz on their city during the Second World War. Anyway, this film about bomb disposal crews had to be delayed after the discovery of a real bomb. Bomb disposal crews were called in, and it was determined that the bomb was an unexploded ordnance dropped on the city during the 1940 German Blitz. Wow. Yeah, so they renovated the theater. They're going to show this movie. Basically how the city rose to the occasion, calling the bomb squad. And they're like, oh my God, there's a bomb. So they called the bomb squad in the city, only to figure out that the bomb that's unexploded, it was dangerous, was a bomb from the very movie that this thing depicts.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was kind of their thought on that. Like, you can't make this up.
And they hadn't swept the theater before they
hadn't done it yet, man. And I guess it had just been recently renovated. So they had whatever date they were going to show this movie about that. They get there and it's like, this is literally one of the bombs that we're talking about in the film, and it is dangerous. So hopefully they clean that situation up. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, going to contest on the line now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, one unlucky man is offering a piece of advice. If you have to smuggle scorpions in your pants, it's best to wear underwear. But first, one lucky man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin was the sole winner of last night's Powerball drawing. He won over 10...
Whoop, whoop,
Felix, what on earth was that?
What with what?
Just now you were screaming
Whoop, whoop,
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, sorry, man. That was my people alarm. It's been malfunctioning.
A people alarm? What is a people alarm?
Exactly what it sounds like, Stone.
It sounds stupid.
Okay, you know how some people have a car alarm or a home alarm? Yeah, I'm beta testing the people alarm for an added layer of security.
An added layer of security? You're just being disruptive. You're not beta testing a people alarm. You're just making this up.
Whoop, whoop,
Stop it.
Stone, I told you that I'm beta testing the thing, working out the bugs.
Felix, even if you were...
Whoop, whoop, Sorry, man. My people alarm keeps malfunctioning.
Guys, we have a call from Happy Security. They'd like to talk to Felix.
What?
A woman from Happy Security's on the phone for Felix.
Well, put him on.
Hi, this is Isabel ringing from Happy Security. Is this Felix
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Felix. We've noticed that your people alarm has gone off 3 times in the last few minutes. We're calling to assist you. Is there an emergency?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah, no emergency.
Are you in any danger at the moment, sir?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah, my people alarm keeps glitching. Ah! 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 Whoop! Whoop! Ah! Ah! See what I'm saying?
Okay, I see. Hang on while I make a few adjustments.
Did she just put us on hold?
Or they are very proud of the wrong music.
So this people alarm business is a real thing.
That's what I was telling you, man. Happy Security was looking for volunteers to beta test it, so I signed up.
Why would someone need a people alarm? It doesn't make any sense.
Why do people carry pepper spray or a gun?
For protection, Felix.
That's not why I carry pepper spray and a gun.
Of course it's not, Bonnie. You are insane. But most people carry those things for protection.
And those are the exact people who should invest in a people alarm.
Hello, Mr. Foxworthy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, we've made a few adjustments on our side. Your people alarm is reset and should be good to go. We apologize for any inconvenience. Is there anything else we can do for you today?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah, I'm all good, thank you.
Okay then. Have a nice day.
So you're all sorted out now? We can get back to our broadcast?
That's what the lady said.
Finally. A man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin was the lone Powerball winner, winning well over 10... Forget it!
Whoop!
We will be back next hour.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhooks, can you please tell everyone how a Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a little simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. All right, Chris, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes.
Fantastic. You have a choice of 1 of 3 stories. Today, we offer you Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem. And finally, today, Seriously, where you guess the petty conflicts that led to violence.
Feeling a little violent. Let's go seriously.
All right, and now former South Carolina police officer faces a felony charge after pointing his department-issued firearm at a fellow officer during a confrontation. Michael DiBiase, 46. He was arrested and charged with pointing and presenting a firearm at a person. Now, the confrontation occurred on a Saturday in a briefing room at the Myrtle Beach Police Department. During the confrontation, the detective allegedly drew and pointed his department-issued handgun at the other officer. Quick side note, would it have been better if it was his own personal weapon? They keep bringing that up. Anyway, he was immediately placed on administrative leave amid the investigation by the Myrtle Beach Police Department of Professional Standards and the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. Now, the Myrtle Beach Police Department, they said in a statement, quote, based on information learned during the Office of Professional Standards investigation, several policy violations were identified, like, for example, pulling a handgun on your coworker. They said the incident does not, oh, never mind. They say all the crap you're supposed to say. Anyway, this guy was booked into a detention center. His bond was set at $5,000. The question is, why did he pull a gun on his fellow officer? Did he find out or suspect that the other officer was cheating with his wife? Did he owe him money? Did someone cook fish in the microwave? Or were they arguing over football? So cheating with his wife, owed him money, fish in the microwave, or a football argument.
Where was it? Myrtle Beach, South Carolina?
Myrtle Beach, yeah.
Huh.
I'm going to go he owed him money, Chris.
Yeah. Myrtle Beach sounds like it's near the water.
Myrtle Beach is on the water. It's where Kenny Powers lived.
I'm gonna go with fish. Somebody was microwaving fish.
It's also a massive college football region, but I'm with you. I think somebody microwaved fish.
All right. What did this guy pull a gun on his coworker for? Cheating on his wife? He owed him money? Fish in the microwave? Or football? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Category is seriously on profile. This week, a South Carolina police officer. He pulled a gun on a fellow cop at the police department. He was jailed and got out on bond. Question is, what was this argument over? The fact that the guy cheated on his wife, that he owed him money, that he put fish in the microwave, or they have an argument over football?
That is correct. And let's start with Miles Montgomery. And you said that it was an argument over money.
Yes. Oops. That works. I know I lost.
That was incorrect. And now we have Chris over here, as well as the Ted Smith. Both of you thought that it was fish in the microwave.
Correct.
That is correct.
Correct. Well done.
All right, nice job, Chris.
That other cop must have microwaved a lot of fish, and he was just fed up.
I don't know.
We had a coworker that put fish in the microwave one time.
Yes, we did.
And she was a very nice person, but
she was.
God, that stinks.
Well, she also used to do it on her toaster oven. We had one of those.
Right.
In the
wasn't
office.
even a microwave.
And it was just like, it was a tuna mill.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Leah, stop doing that.
Straight up called her out.
Exactly. Now, for all TV news all the time for TV time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Hang on.
All right, your choices today. You got the Jimmys,
Fallon and Kimmel,
Seth Meyers, Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The title is guys have teams of talents and writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine. Is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
CBS just fired longtime 60 Minutes correspondent Scott Pelley. The story gets even more bizarre because today CBS announced they'll replace Pelley with Byron Allen.
Oh, wait, I need the laugh track. Hang on here. We got to put the laugh track.
Yeah, obviously threw out the family obligation, so now we don't have the sound machine.
That wasn't even funny. They didn't laugh.
They didn't
I'll say
Byron Allen.
Ted Smith.
I think it's Ted, too.
Jimmy Fallon.
CBS just fired longtime 60 Minutes correspondent Scott Pelley. Yeah, the story gets more bizarre because today CBS announced they're replacing Scott Pelley with Byron Allen.
The NBA Finals start tonight. And for the first time in decades, the New York Knicks are in the finals. That's right. If you want to know what your average Knicks fan looks like, just watch old episodes of The Sopranos and Jersey Shore.
That's Ted Smith.
That's Ted.
It is.
I almost went Myers there.
That's what I was trying to write it as.
It was good, though. That was very Myers-esque. Well done.
Thanks, bud. In the last few months, 60 Minutes has lost multiple producers and correspondents. You can tell they got rid of a lot of people because the show is now called 60 Seconds.
Seth?
Fallon.
Yeah, in the last few months, 60 Minutes has lost multiple producers and correspondents. You could tell they got rid of a lot of people because the show is now called 60 Seconds. And you go this.
Today is Insect Repellent Day. Hope you got off.
Seth Meyers.
Today was Insect Repellent Awareness Day. Hope you got off.
You got more?
I was just going to say, I've had this argument with plenty of people like, oh, that smells too chemically. I'm like, I don't care. There's too many bugs.
Right? I can't do the bugs.
McDonald's is trying to attack more. I do have more jokes, by the way. Okay. McDonald's is trying to attack more. McDonald's is trying to attract more customers by making hand-breaded chicken. But I don't know if I love their new slogan. Our hands are all over your breast.
Fallon.
Finally, McDonald's is trying to attract more customers by making hand-breaded chicken. Although I don't know if I love their new slogan, our hands are all over your breast.
I mean, going back to Ted's Meat and Potatoes, weren't we just talking about terms?
Yeah.
Right, like McDonald's, I love you. But, like, I don't need them back there hand-breading the chicken.
Well, they do it Chick-fil-A, but they don't advertise it.
Right.
Like their nuggets are that way. Their chicken sandwiches done that. That's just what they do.
Right. The McDonald's chicken nugget has been kind of the same beast forever. And it's
look,
fantastic.
And I'm with you. The Chick-fil-A nugget to me reigns supreme. But there is sometimes where like I want a chicken McNugget.
Right.
And I mean, Mike, you might not remember. Miles will know. Like back in the day, it was white and dark meat.
Ooh.
And they only had all white ones, McNuggets, around the holidays. And then now it's all white meat all the time. It was a very exciting time.
It was a great time.
Or I had a boring childhood. They got the all white nuggets.
Just, more to your point, if I want ribs, I go to a barbecue joint. There are times that I want the McRib.
Right, and like I don't want to wait in line, right? Part of the reason I'm at McDonald's is that it's fast food. It's like I just don't know if I need the guy back there hand breading it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Either way, it'll taste better.
Yeah, we know what you got.
All right, so this isn't the small screen with TV. This is the big screen with some of the top 10 worst summer blockbusters of all time, and they ranked them.
Okay.
Mike, I think you'll probably help me. You've seen a few of these.
I like a blockbuster.
Miles, there's one on this list that I know me and you both definitely remember. From 2010, worst summer blockbusters. I don't even know what this movie is. Jonah Hex.
Okay, that one, I think it was a comic book movie. I don't know the full score of it. It had Megan Fox in it, so that was probably one of the biggest. That was probably the biggest draw for those that didn't know what the original story was. The guy's got a messed up face. It looks like he's got like some sort of a rotted face going up, if I'm not mistaken. He's an outlaw kind of guy, bounty hunter situation. I'm not positive, but it was an action movie that I just didn't go for, but it was right in the wheelhouse and right in the pocket of that Megan Fox.
And Megan Fox, right? She had done like Transformers and this and that. She was like
Josh Brolin, Megan Fox, John Malkovich,
wasn't it?
And Will Arnett.
That's a lot of star power for a crappy movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tom Wopat from Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay.
Yeah.
The TV show?
No, yeah, exactly.
2017, these are the worst summer blockbusters. The Dark Tower.
Yes. Okay. So The Dark Tower was a Stephen King adaptation.
Okay.
That was basically his book series, the Dark Tower series, and that was the first one. The first one being The Gunslinger. That had Idris Elba, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
Now, if you like the Dark Tower series, I don't think that you liked the movie. I don't know if they didn't do it any justice. I tried reading the book, and quite frankly, I couldn't get through it. That was one of the few times with Stephen King that I couldn't get through the book, and it was.
Well, dude, he has such a litany of books.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that odd that there's a few of them you don't like.
Right. And it just I think it fell flat. I don't think it translates well into film. And I think that there are certain movies, there are certain stories that I don't care who you are, I don't care how great of a director you are, I don't think they adapt well onto the screen.
Matthew McConaughey in that one.
Yeah, I mean, they're summer blockbusters, so they're going to have giant stars in them. I'm kind of surprised on this one. 2017, they say The Mummy. But was that a remake of the original version of The Mummy?
No. That was...
Was that Brendan Fraser?
No, that was Tom Cruise, if I'm not mistaken.
But I thought The Mummy was... I'm with Miles. I remember The Mummy being Brendan Fraser, and then The Rock, the Scorpion King, came out of that.
Correct. That is correct.
So this is a different version of The Mummy.
This is a different version of The Mummy.
This is the 2017. All right, that's Tom Cruise.
Right. And it was a neat
Russell
movie.
Crowe.
I actually liked it. And this was they were going to start... I'm glad that you mentioned Russell Crowe, because he was he Jekyll? Or he was, he was Moriarty or something like that. But
Jekyll or Hyde?
Dr. Henry Jekyll. You're right.
He is Dr. Jekyll. Okay, because they were kind of starting to push into, the Marvel movies had cooled off at this point. They had not quite finished the Infinity series, but they was about to, so they needed the next big thing. And now monster movies, I think, were supposed to come back there. So I think Frankenstein was supposed to come back. I think the Wolfman and all that. But it just... People didn't like The Mummy. I enjoyed The Mummy. I thought it was a fun movie.
So next one on the list, this is the original one from 1993. I know they have remade it. I still don't think people care. They love the video game. Super Mario Brothers.
I liked the movie.
The Chris Pratt one?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe was that him or was that cartoonish?
No, that was cartoon. That was the animated one.
All right, so this one, I believe, from 1993, if I remember correctly.
Oh, 93.
I think, right, so I'm saying they redid it. But they've done versions of this, but I want to say the original one in 93 was two humans.
Yeah. Was it Danny DeVito?
It was John Leguizamo.
There you go.
Dennis Hopper. Yeah. Mojo Nixon. What the hell is he doing in that? All right.
So the worst summer blockbusters of all time. 2015, Fantastic Four.
2015.
Correct.
Is that the one with Michael B. Jordan?
I would assume so.
That one,
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that one caused an uproar before it even came out, and then nobody really gave it a chance. I didn't even see it.
All right.
But Fantastic Four is another one that it's had a difficult time finding its adaptation. I don't know why. When it comes to some superhero movies, there's a handful of superheroes that you just can't get them right. And Fantastic Four, for whatever reason, they have not gotten them right yet.
Next on the list from 2010, The Last Airbender.
The Last Airbender?
Yes. That was a massive movie. That was one that people were really fired up about. But again, it just flopped. I don't think it was very good.
Right. So the TV series was Avatar: The Last Airbender. That was that cartoon that just it took off by storm. Everybody absolutely loved The Last Airbender, or Avatar rather. I think part of the problem with The Last Airbender is that M. Night Shyamalan was the director of it, and he kind of took his own direction with it. And there was a lot of things that
he was so good at the original one.
Yeah, Sixth Sense or Signs?
Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
But then it seemed like everything he put out after that, he'd attach his name to it, and people were kind of like, now these all kind of suck.
Right. And there was a character that honestly, he pronounced his name differently than he did in the show. I don't care if phonetically speaking in this language that it would fit that way. It completely threw everybody off.
Next on the list, I remember this one. I'll give you a hint. It has, I can see him right now. Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Summer blockbuster, 2004 or 2002, that.
02, Eddie Murphy. Dr. The
Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Ooh, I never
the
saw
movie.
that one.
Did you see it?
No.
Right, I remember seeing the commercials and everything else, but yeah, it was supposed to be massive and just didn't hit. Sticking with kind of superheroes, 2004. She was a side character. I know she's a DC Comics character.
Oh, 2004.
And she's attractive.
Is that Halle Berry?
Correct. Catwoman.
Okay.
Great call. There you go,
I
Miles.
a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I actually liked that movie.
Hey, you probably liked Halle Berry.
I did like Halle Berry.
You're just discovering a young Mike.
And to be fair, I didn't read comics. So anybody that had a problem with the movie was probably saying it's not canon, but...
What's the movie he needs to see with John Travolta and Halle Berry?
Set in... Oh.
Where she takes down the...
that was Big Fish? No.
Oh, she's topless.
Yeah.
Something fish.
I saw that part.
I think it was
Fish
something
called
fish.
Swordfish?
No. Swordfish. Maybe that was it.
Speaking of John Travolta, I'm pretty sure he was in this one. Battlefield Earth.
Yes, he was.
From 2000. And then this one, just because, Mike, you won't know it. It's from 1987. Miles, you would know it. Let's just put it this way. It's this franchise has a few movies. This is considered the worst one.
Jaws 3?
Jaws, I think it's Jaws 4, The Revenge.
Oh, okay. I think it's worse than the 3D movie, which was horrific, but it was still cool in 3D.
But Jaws 3, I want to say, was still, people like that movie. I think that's Louis Gossett Jr., and they're in the Sea World or whatever. But Jaws The Revenge, I think that's when they're down in like the Caribbean or something.
But Jaws 3D was still the biggest 3D movie as far as ticket sales in history.
So how did Jaws come back? The first movie, spoiler alert, he was blown up. Was it just a different shark that they named Jaws?
Oh, yeah. There's plenty of fish in the ocean.
Oh, my God.
You know, Mike, I've never thought about that. But honestly, yeah, when you see Jaws 2, it's just another great white.
Right?
In the same area.
Look, why don't eat somebody off Perth, right?
Okay.
They try to find the shark and kill it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean the shark attacks are done.
I understand that, but wasn't the whole premise of Jaws like, holy crap, this thing's friggin' huge?
Well, listen, you're exactly right. But the movie was so massive that they had to be like, run it back.
Steven, we need another shark movie.
Yeah, correct, right?
Make another shark.
Like I always talk about that show on Fox years ago, Prison Break, right? But it did so well, it's like, all right, now they're out.
And again,
we can't change the title, but it's like, now it's like Fugitives.
Well, yeah.
Right.
That was the problem with the Saw movie franchise. I caught a little snippet of that one because it was back
People
when
should stop playing games?
Yeah, right. No, the first one came out and they had no intention of making it a series. I caught this on a little snippet when I was watching behind the scenes stuff. The second one, it had such a great reception that they demanded. They said, well, you have to make another movie, and they had like 6 months to write it, star it, film it, produce it, edit it, and all that stuff, and get it out so that they can get out by Halloween.
Well, Jaws is the same way, right? Like we've always talked about, like there's all these stories about like the machine shark sucks, he keeps sinking, right? Like everybody hated working on the movie. I think Richard Dreyfuss, I want to say didn't even want to go to the premiere or something. Like they were like, this movie absolutely sucks.
Well, everybody on the set hated Richard Dreyfuss anyway.
Right, and then it turns into this massive thing. So you're right. Like when they blew that shark up, I don't think they ever intended to make a Jaws 2 or Jaws 3.
I think it was an FU on the set, like finally.
Well, and I think by Jaws 3, it was just like, all right, it's another shark. And that's why Jaws the Revenge happened, is I think they tried to tie it in like it was his cousin or something.
I'd rather watch Sharknado.
The first one was
because it's original.
The first one was good, and it was absolutely ridiculous. But then they started pumping them out.
Yeah,
I think there's Ziering starring.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of him these days. Let's see this. Quentin Tarantino, I like this. They say it's basically impossible to ask him to watch new movies these days because he's just going to tear it apart. And he is a great director. Obviously, he's going to have a lot of strong opinions.
Sure.
Says, quote, flaws, implausibilities, audience pandering, miscast performances are just plain stupid. Usually torpedoes every new movie coming out of the flavorless sausage factory that used to call itself Hollywood.
That doesn't shock me. With the kind of director and the kind of person that he is, you watch his movies, he doesn't watch movies normal.
It doesn't matter the profession. Like, look, if you ever go out with a waitress, all right?
Yeah.
Every single time you go to dinner,
right?
Whoever comes to that table is being judged.
Absolutely.
About everything. Where's our water? Is she going to take our drink water?
Well, and I agree.
It's if you are in the profession, you will be highly critical of it.
You will. But I also kind of agree with Quentin Tarantino on this, right? I say it all the time. Like, Hollywood does kind of suck right now. It's just the same thing.
He liked The Rip, and I thought it sucked, and you liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah, I thought The Rip was great, right? That's one of the movies, right? He said he liked West Side Story. But again, The Rip was on Netflix.
Yes.
I just think the big Hollywood studios, it's just like, hey, look, we see it in our industry. We see it everywhere, right? Nobody cares about looking long term. Just, well, we can make money off this real quick and do this. And it's like, right, but the clip economy is not going to get you the next franchise, right? It's like we always say in radio, like, well, if you don't hire people, you're not going to have the next whatever show you want to hear. So I think it's the same thing with Hollywood. Like, take a chance. Now, granted, you had these blockbusters back in the day that sucked, but like some of these shows will be good. And like people will like them. Maybe you can make 5 Jaws movies. You know, just make it about a tiger.
Jaws the tiger.
That'd be a fun twist. Like, it's Jaws, but it's actually the tiger's Jaws now. We're switching it up.
Yeah, right? It's a tiger. And they're not like in Cape Cod or wherever that Amityville, right? They're like in Bangladesh.
I like it.
My God, there's a giant tiger out there in the jungle.
Smoking hash. Next thing you know, they're going to need
That's right. You're going to need a bigger net.
Speaking of Bangladesh, they love hockey over there, and you probably do too. Stanley Cup Game 2 Finals is on over on ABC. If you want to check that out.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, one unlucky man is offering a piece of advice. If you have to smuggle scorpions in your pants, it's best to wear underwear. But first, one lucky man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin was the sole winner of last night's Powerball drawing. He won over 10... Whoop! Whoop! Felix, what on earth was that?
What with what?
Just now you were screaming Whoop! Whoop! Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, sorry, man. That was my people alarm. It's been malfunctioning.
A people alarm? What is a people alarm?
Exactly what it sounds like, Stone.
It sounds stupid.
Okay, you know how some people have a car alarm or a home alarm? Yeah, I'm beta testing the people alarm for an added layer of security.
An added layer of security? You're just being disruptive. You're not beta testing a people alarm. You're just making this up.
Whoop, whoop,
Stop it.
Stone, I told you that I'm beta testing this thing, working out the bugs.
Felix, even if you were...
Whoop, whoop, Sorry, ma'am. My people alarm keeps malfunctioning.
Guys, we have a call from Happy Security. They'd like to talk to Felix.
What?
A woman from Happy Security's on the phone for Felix.
Well, put him on.
Hi, this is Isabel ringing from Happy Security. Is this Felix Foxworthy?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Felix. We've noticed that your people alarm has gone off 3 times in the last few minutes. We're calling to assist you. Is there an emergency?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah, no emergency.
Are you in any danger at the moment, sir?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah, my people alarm keeps glitching. Whoop, whoop, See what I'm saying?
Okay, I see. Hang on while I make a few adjustments.
Did she just put us on hold?
Or they are very proud of the wrong music.
So this people alarm business is a real thing.
That's what I was telling you, man. Happy Security was looking for volunteers to beta test it, so I signed up.
Why would someone need a people alarm? It doesn't make any sense.
Why do people carry pepper spray or a gun?
For protection, Felix.
That's not why I carry pepper spray and a gun.
Of course it's not, Bonnie. You are insane, but most people carry those things for protection.
And those are the exact people who should invest in a people alarm.
Hello, Mr. Foxworthy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, we've made a few adjustments on our side. Your people alarm is reset and should be good to go. We apologize for any inconvenience. Is there anything else we can do for you today?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah, I'm all good, thank you.
Okay then. Have a nice day.
So you're all sorted out now? We can get back to our broadcast?
That's what the lady said.
Finally. A man in Meshuggah, Wisconsin was the lone Powerball winner, winning well over 10... forget it!
Whoop!
We will be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Making headlines tonight, People magazine has officially named Art Garfunkel as the sexiest man alive.
Art Garfunkel.
Critics are calling it the biggest upset since his haircut briefly split the nation into pro-perm and anti-whatever that was. In other news, city officials are investigating a malfunctioning streetlight downtown that has been causing...
Yeah, we need to talk about the office white elephant gift exchange.
Felix, we are in the middle of a broadcast.
And I'm in the middle of a crisis, Stone. I cannot find a single white elephant anywhere.
What do you mean, find one?
It is very hard to find an elephant, man. Very hard. Finding a white elephant, that's a level of difficulty I was not prepared for, Playboy.
Felix, why were you looking for elephants in the first place?
Because of the white elephant gift exchange, man. What else would I be doing?
Felix, it's just called a white elephant gift exchange.
And that is exactly what I attempted to do, man. Find a white elephant. Literal interpretation. That is on you, not me.
Felix, a white elephant exchange is where people bring silly gifts.
I think giving someone an elephant for Christmas is a real silly gift, man.
Silly gifts like a bad candle or a tacky coffee mug. A gift card that was clearly halfway used. Nobody is exchanging actual elephants.
Then why is it called a white elephant exchange, man?
Because the original idea is that you give someone something useless or ridiculous. Like the old saying about being stuck with a giant white elephant. It's just a metaphor.
A metaphor? I spent 3 days trying to find an animal that does not even participate.
You were not supposed to find any animals at all.
Well, that would have been helpful information before I went on my elephant expedition. I found a green elephant, a blue elephant, a purple elephant wearing a vest. I even found a pink elephant.
You found a pink elephant?
Bright pink, man. Looked like someone dipped a regular elephant in bubble gum and just said, good enough. But I could not find a white elephant. No stone, I could not.
Felix, I'm actually impressed that you found green, blue, purple, and pink elephants in the first place. But the gift could have been something as simple as a candle.
And I could have kept my dignity. Instead, I got a restraining order from the zoo and a subscription to a pachyderm newsletter.
I had a tough time finding a white elephant, too.
Bonnie, you too were looking for an elephant.
Yeah, Felix is right. Elephants are hard to find in general, especially the white ones.
See, Playboy?
No, both of you took this way too literally. Fortunately, you two did not actually find a white elephant, or our break room would be turned into a disaster zone.
Actually, I found one.
Bonnie, you found what? You found a white elephant?
Yeah, my Uncle Remus had one lying around.
Your Uncle Remus just happened to have a white elephant lying around.
Yeah, he details cars.
What does detailing cars have to do with elephants?
It's one of the perks of the job.
Your uncle who details cars has a white elephant just laying around as a perk.
Well, it wasn't white originally. It has a rare disease that turns its skin white.
Please tell me you did not bring a diseased white elephant here to work.
Of course not. I'm having it delivered.
Delivered? Delivered where?
To your house. I thought it would be a fun surprise.
You're having a diseased white elephant delivered to my house?
Yeah, should be there any minute. Stone, your wife is on line 1.
Oh, dear Lord. Hello, honey. No, please calm down. I can explain. Sweetheart, I know. Yes, Bonnie just told me. I am so sorry. Yes, I am aware of the elephant. No, I did not approve of this. No. Please do not go near it. I don't care if it's headed for your herb garden. Let it take the basil. Yes, all the basil. No, I do not think using the garden hose will help. Honey, that will only make it slippery, not gone.
Stone, according to my pachyderm newsletter, that is called territorial.
The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. So we head to West Virginia where a copperhead snake was found in a donated bag of food. Meanwhile, feds find a tunnel to Mexico. And if you like cocaine, you might be screwed. A patient smoking while on oxygen catches on fire. A woman who slipped on mashed potatoes said her situation is dire. And today's rescued animal is a coyote stuck in 4 feet of mud. It's time for your headline.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
All right, on top story, we're going to Virginia, where the floors are dangerous. A woman has filed a lawsuit against Outback Steakhouse following a recent experience. She was in the restaurant and had to excuse herself to the bathroom. On the way to the facilities, the woman slipped and fell face first onto the floor, leaving her with lasting and ongoing medical issues that have left her with limited ability at work. Now she's taking on the chain, claiming that that what she tripped over was not properly cleaned up in a timely manner, nor was it posted that customers should exercise caution at the mashed potatoes that had been spilled on the ground. The company is firing back, and the case has recently been moved from the state to the federal level.
I learned today, based on that story, that Outback Steakhouse has mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I mean, I get a bloomin' onion. I will get the French fries with the cheese and the bacon on top.
There you go.
I will get a baked potato. I don't know that I've ever really even noticed that they had mashed potatoes.
Do you ever actually eat like a whole meal, though?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're kind of just rattling off appetizers.
Well, if I get a steak, I'll get fries on the side or a baked potato.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just did not know they had mashed potatoes.
It makes sense. So, like, you get the fries or you get the baked potato, but that I think you get potato in some sort of a form. But I've never actually eaten at Outback Steakhouse.
Never?
Never. Not once.
Huh. All right. You should at least go and try it.
I should. I mean,
and
Miles,
next time you read that story, you got to do it correctly and call her Sheila.
Yeah. You need to definitely try a bloomin' onion.
I do.
Yeah, that's
Miles, we got to get you to Olive Garden, and I got to get at.
I don't really want to go to Olive Garden.
You do though.
No, I don't.
Your family there, Miles.
No.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you are family.
I will tell you this though, man. Red Lobster kicks ass.
I've only ever gotten the Cheddar Bay biscuits there.
Yeah. You just went and ate biscuits and left?
Yeah. Wife and I went by. She's like, I need some biscuits. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah, they're worth it.
I have a buddy, Amar. He doesn't realize it, but he's locked into going to the Olive Garden to suit with me.
Nice. Okay.
He's like, I never said I'd go. Like, you're in.
You're going.
You were in the car when I decided this.
In other news, we go to Calgary, where apparently the message hasn't quite made its way up there. Fire crews were called to a local home on reports of a burn victim. When they arrived, they were greeted by other occupants of the home, informing them that the victim was in the basement and suffered burns due to an oxygen tank that had ignited. They hauled the victim out, and paramedics took over care of the patient who had suffered severe burns and was in potential life-threatening condition. Crews also took the opportunity to remind the public that when near an oxygen tank, it's important not to smoke while you're using it.
Yeah. It's massively important.
As it can cause severe burns. It's an accelerant you see there, Ted.
So that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
If there's fire, oxygen makes it burn faster, hotter, more out of control.
Yeah. Well, that's like water doesn't really put out fire. It makes like a small layer that suffocates the fire because the fire needs oxygen to exist.
Exactly. That's why grease fires, you don't put them out with water because
you got to smother.
It sits on top.
That's why you can start a fire out in the woods with wet wood.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Sorry, wet wood.
Had to learn that Boy Scouts, man. That was part of the deal.
Gotta fight away.
Wasn't nice every time I went camping.
That's right. That's a fact. That's a fact. Down to San Diego, where a bust was made. After monitoring a local bargain shop called Buy for Less for a good amount of time, authorities had enough evidence to search the facility. And they found exactly what they were looking for. Inside the shop, they found the entrance to a tunnel that sat 55 feet underground, was 4.5 feet tall, outfitted with lights, ventilation, reinforced walls, and a rail system that connected about a half-mile southbound with a corresponding spot in Tijuana, Mexico.
All right.
It was used as a sophisticated cocaine smuggling operation.
Ooh.
4 people were arrested and about 2,200 pounds of cocaine was seized.
So they were still using it.
They were still using it. It was actively going on. And it's honestly tunneling a half a mile, 55 feet under the ground, and it was well done. Good rail system in there, ventilation, reinforced. Like, this was not haphazardly thrown together. This was sophisticated.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. Like the cartels, they build serious tunnels.
Absolutely do.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Because they have fans and stuff and oxygen.
Yeah.
But I think, wasn't that like El Chapo's thing a couple times that they would arrest him and he would get out through the tunnels?
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. And I know they have some like on the border. They'll just dig underneath the border too to ship it over. I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Over to West Virginia, where a stowaway was found among donations. Crews at a local donation facility were sorting through drop-offs like any other normal day when something alarming caught their eye: a snake that was hiding in and around the bags. Upon further inspection, suspicions were confirmed that it was indeed a copperhead in their midst. One of the volunteers drew the short straw and dispatched the snake, and normal production resumed. No injuries were reported. No human injuries.
That's a that's a venomous, very venomous snake too.
Yeah,
you don't want to mess with a copperhead.
Yeah, that's a kind of rattlesnake. Right?
No. It doesn't have a rattle.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a different type. It's like, I think...
They live a lot near water, but they
aren't water moccasins...
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like water moccasins, I heard a theory, Miles, you might know this, that they swim in pairs? Or is that just
I've only seen them solo. But
Maybe that's an old wives'
they're
tale.
thick, fat, and squatty. Like, they're not really long.
Yeah.
They're just... They're thick. They're kind of big, yeah.
Damn.
I was at like a lake once around like a housing development, and there was a copperhead, a moccasin in there that kept coming over to us, like to the point where my buddy was like, I didn't realize it. Finally, he was like, "We should just go, man."
They'll try to get in your canoe. They'll try to get in.
Yeah,
your kayak.
we got in the car, and he was like, "I know you hate snakes." He goes, "That one was even scaring me." Like he was like, he was
letting up.
They'll like come for you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. No. But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to New York for the latest animal rescue mission. Crews were called to a local marshland after a coyote was found stuck in 4 feet of mud. The animal could barely keep his nose above the surface when he was found, and professional rescue teams were deployed to find the solution. Ultimately, one of the rescuers waded out into the mud with a catch pole and was able to secure the coyote and pull it out safely. It was taken to a local clinic for veterinary treatment and should recover. A coyote.
Yeah, stuck in the mud.
How's the lone world doing now there, bud?
Yeah.
Men's Room Sports, you got a little baseball over on FS1, and Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final is underway over on ABC. As Ted said, the Mariners are on their way over to Detroit to take on a weekend series against the Tigers. Let's go, boys. Should get that one done. As far as weather, should be mainly cloudy with a low of 52 tonight. Tomorrow, they are expecting partly cloudy skies with a high right around 60 degrees to welcome us into the weekend. That is it for headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Thanks, sir. We'll see you next time for the return of a Bad Choice Friday. Ted versus the FCC is on tap. And in the words of Steve the Thrill Hill, do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.